everybody. It is the Mike Missanelli Show. We are on the air on 97.5 The Fanatic, and the Phillies with a big win last night in a minor league ballpark, the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, boy, everything reeks of minor league with that franchise right now, including the ballpark. But the Phillies hit enough balls hard to get them out of the park to win a game last night. They got a great pitching performance from Zach Wheeler. They nursed Kirkering through a shaky inning and got the win and locked it all down. And Bill Colarulo, the fans throughout the Delaware Valley are ecstatic about his prediction yesterday. Hopefully they bet the prediction that Alec Boehm would hit a home run. The love that he's getting on social media today is frankly, well, it's out of line. But they're loving Bill Colarulo's prediction yesterday. And, Bill, congratulations to you. Billy Baseball, as you call yourself, or Baseball Billy, whatever it is, congrats. I know you're feeling good about yourself today.
Listen, I'm like Barry Sanders after he scored a touchdown, man. I've been there before. You know what I mean? I'm not going to gloat. It's getting ridiculous now how much right I am when it comes to every sport, including baseball. So Billy Baseball's the nickname today. I'll take it. Modesty.
All right. So Ray is here and Bill is here. And listen, we'll get into the crux of what we're going to talk about today. But today is a landmark day. You know why? We got our phones back. We got our phones back. The phones are back in town. We got the phones back.
Yeah, we not only have the phones back, Mike, we got a high-tech system here.
A whole new system here. It is installed. It is in place. You are the test people for it out there in the Delaware Valley. That's right. Your call gets on the air today on a regular system. Where you call in, it's screened by the people. They drop it. They put it on. I got a thing in front of me that says on the air and drop. I got the list of how many times you've called, where you're calling from, what you want to talk about, where you're from, the whole bit.
We got touch screens, and what better day, Mike, than General Knowledge
Wednesday today.
Oh, my God.
If you've been holding back your phone calls for the last 17 months, now is the time to get back on the lines, to give us this show some energy. You know I love corresponding with the people. It's the lifeblood of Sports Talk Radio, in my opinion, where you go back and forth with the folks, talking about the various subjects that you want to talk about in the world of sports or otherwise. And today, we have broken the seal on it. Oh, my God.
I'm very excited for today. And General Knowledge hasn't been the same without a real phone system, so let's bring it back today. I want a full board all day long, Michael.
Well, hopefully we get that. I think people, listen, this is going to be new to people just like it's new to us. There's people out there that say, we can't get through. We're discouraged with calling. But today, you are the test pattern, right? You are the test pattern. In fact, I see now 2 calls have gotten in. Already 2 calls have gotten in.
This is
Bill,
amazing.
I don't know how to handle this, man.
I don't know.
We've been doing a 4-hour podcast.
This is going to be a wild
for
day.
17 months. Or it seems like 17 months. But here we are today with live telephones.
See, all we needed was Alec Boehm to hit a home run, and all is now well in the world, even at the Fanatic.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that. We'll be talking about that big Cowboy trade. The Cowboys saying, yeah, not so fast, my friend. We got a pretty good wide receiver core with George Pickens now, along with our star player. So there you go.
Yeah, the Cowboys, I know we love to hate on them, but they've made a lot of good moves. They had a decent draft, and now they're bringing in George Pickens. See, the thing is with George Pickens, I don't think there's anyone.
He's nuts, first of all.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. No one denies his talent on the field. It's what he's done off the field. So it's, can he adjust in Dallas? Is he going to be able to put all that aside? Because he's been immature really since college. He shows up late to meetings. He's had issues. Obviously, Mike Tomlin was done with him. But he also needs a new contract. He's in the final year of his deal, and he wasn't a first-round pick, so there's no fifth-year option on him. And we know how Jerry Jones is with giving stars contracts. They're still battling with Micah Parsons. So, I don't know. It's a good move as far as on-field production if he can show up, but it's risky. It is risky.
All right. We're going to talk about that. We have General Knowledge today. We have a pretty interesting prize as well. We have 2 gift cards to Rita's. 2 $50 gift cards to Rita's Water Ice and ice cold treats and ice cream and all that.
Eat cool, eat a Rita is what I always thought.
That's right. And they have this new thing called cola ice treats.
What are those?
I don't know. Obviously, it has cola in it.
Cola ice treats.
Cola ice treats.
So not just
So you
regular
can't call
water
it
ice.
Coke ice treats. It's cola ice treats.
All right. I'll try it.
Well, I'm glad you're going to try it. All right, here's the other big news. Tomorrow, we're going to be at the Truist Golf Tournament, broadcasting live. However, at the top of our broadcast, yes, Sixers general manager Daryl Morey will be on. And I am determined to put him through the paces. If there are any particular questions that are more pertinent on your mind that you want to know from Daryl Morey, please hit us up on our text board, or you can email me at mikemiss@bbgi.com. And tonight I will go into my lab, and we will come up with a comprehensive way to interview the general manager of the 76ers, who I'm already on record. This is going to be tough for me because I am already on record as saying that he did not deserve to keep his job. And so I have to frame an interview with total revealing and openness, saying, listen, I don't think you've done a good enough job to keep your job, but what are your plans to save your job now and to save this franchise? So that's the way we'll have to proceed with it yesterday. I have to be full up front with him.
And this is confirmed now. We know for sure that Daryl's coming on tomorrow because I know that was tentative. Ray, have we confirmed this now?
As far as I know, it was confirmed.
Yes.
See, Ray doesn't sound confident. I don't know if it was confirmed. I know he told us that we were in talks. I just don't want him to back out now.
Talks? Well, okay. Well, I thought it was more than talks, as far as I know.
I don't know if we've gotten official confirmation yet that we're going to have.
Well, we have. I'm thinking it's 80%.
Well, now, yes. Now he should be here.
Still, that doesn't change the landscape here of wanting your phone calls.
Yes, that's for sure.
And your questions.
Yeah, so people could weigh in on that. But good news, Mike. Elton Brand has decided to withdraw his name from consideration for the Atlanta Hawks president of basketball operations because this is too important of an offseason for the Sixers. So good thing Elton Brand will still be here making those decisions.
That's sarcastic?
Maybe a little bit.
That was very sarcastic.
Maybe a little bit.
And when you withdraw your name from a job, you've got word that you're not going to get it. You don't want to be embarrassed. Yeah, so I wouldn't read anything more into that.
No, but I did see a report that it was because of how important this offseason was for the Sixers.
Okay.
So Jake Fisher actually says he's staying with Philadelphia for the important offseason.
Well, that's wonderful. But tomorrow I plan to ask Daryl Morey a lot of pertinent questions. Here's how you get into the show. I can't believe I'm saying this. Legitimately, you can get into the show today at 610-632-0975. That's 610-632-0975. The text line is still open, but the phone call line is definitely open, and it's general knowledge, and you're playing for gift cards to Rita's, which is a pretty good prize. We'll give you the topics after this. It's the Mike Missanelli Show, live on the air with telephones. We're back after this.
We want to hear from you.
Team Mike Missanelli show. Oh, that says like, get your roots down. No, it is. No. Anyway, yeah, it is. Get your roots down. Okay, folks, I'm ecstatic here because we do have as fate would have it, the day our phones come alive is the day we have general knowledge. So we'll have a spirited show today.
And we'll go back to Ray versus the audience, right?
Yes, this is Ray versus the audience. That means, what, you're out?
I guess I'm out.
It's Ray versus the audience.
I leave with a winning record against Ray, which is the most important thing.
Not true.
Yeah, that certainly was not true. So our topics for today, there's a general knowledge category. There's a musical acts category.
Musical acts.
I will give you the songs they do. You got to give me the musical band, the band or the artist.
Okay.
Okay? And then there's Philadelphia Phillies all-time leaders.
I think Ray, I'm giving Ray the advantage on that
Giving
one.
Ray the advantage on that one?
I don't know about the music, Ray. You a big music guy? You going to be good with that?
Potentially. I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see. But in any event, 610-632-0975. Now, I'm looking at the box score yesterday. The Phillies wrapped out 13 hits. Turner, 2 for 5. He's now hitting .301. The guy that everybody loves to hate is now hitting .301 with an on-base percentage of .372.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Now, he doesn't have the power.
Everybody loves to hate him.
He's not hitting
He's
home
hitting
runs.
.301.
He's not hitting home runs, but maybe you don't need him to.
Harper with 2 knocks last night. Schwarb's 3 for 4. He's moved up to .410 on base percentage. He's hitting .258. Castellanos with a 3 for 5 night with 4 steaks, 4 ribbies, .288. Castellanos is hitting. Well, they got well last night, I'll tell you that. 2 for Alec Boehm. He's up to .237 now, Bill. And Brandon Marsh even threw in a hit last night.
Yeah, Marsh did. But it gets even better than that, too. You look at Alec Boehm's numbers in his last 14 games, so going back to April 19th, Boehm's hitting .327. And what did Ray say he wanted yesterday? Ray wanted some more power from the right side of the plate. Boehm and Castellanos both go yard. You mentioned Kyle Schwarber. I was looking at his numbers. Since they moved him to the cleanup spot, when he bats fourth, Kyle Schwarber is hitting .319, and he has an OPS of 1.124, which is just insane. So I think things are working out. Now, Stott at the leadoff spot has been good. He was 0 for 5 last night, but he's been good there. Look, this lineup's coming into shape, Mike. Top 5 batting average, top 3 OBP, top 8 OPS.
Now, there was some consternation when Rob Thompson decided not to send Zach Wheeler out for the 8th inning. What was your impression of that, Bill?
I was completely on board with that decision by Rob Thompson because of what happened in the top of the 8th. It was a long inning for the Phillies, and they put up another 4 runs. So at that point, it's a 7-2 ball game. Why even risk it? Why put Wheeler out there? I had no problem with it.
Well, there's why you risk it, because in every one of Wheeler's start, the bullpen has blown leads.
They had, but you had a 5-run lead at that point.
Yeah, but they still managed to blow leads.
And he sat for a while, though.
He's trying to get Kerkering right. What did Kerkering look like to you last night?
Yeah, he didn't look great. He gives up 1. I think he walked a guy. He gave up a hit. I think it was a sac fly. Was that what it was? But, I mean, he didn't look great. He wasn't terrible, but he didn't look great.
1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 24 pitches.
Yeah, it wasn't
Kerkering last night.
Wasn't a great inning for him.
Strom wound up giving up a hit and a run. Struck out 2, though. 26 pitches. This is not good.
No, neither one of them looked sharp. But I still was okay with the decision by Thompson because it lets you get Kerkering there in a non-high leverage situation. It's a 5-score game. Wheeler had sat for an extended period of time in the top of the 8th. I'm okay with it, but yes, Kerkering didn't instill a lot of confidence with his outing.
It's still a wound for me, this bullpen. But we're going to talk about this, and we're playing general knowledge today again. And people that are late to the party, the phone system, the new phone system, is up and running. I have a touch screen here where I'm going to push in. And our first caller,
I can't believe this,
is a familiar caller who we haven't heard from in a really long time.
I just said it last week that we have not spoken to this guy, and I miss him. I can't believe
yes.
I miss him.
And we're going to hold the suspense on that. Because after this break coming up, the great Ish will join us.
Can't believe it.
And if you want to follow Ish on this historic day, here's how you get in. 610-632-0975. It is the Mike Missanelli Show. We're back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies take the opener. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies won 8-4 last night, powered by home runs from Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned, striking out 9 in the win. The Phillies will look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field. In NFC East news, the Cowboys traded a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick to the Steelers in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a 6th-round pick. Of course, the next order of business in Dallas will be figuring out what they do with Micah Parsons as he's still awaiting a new contract. In the NBA last night, Pacers pulled off an improbable comeback punctuated by a game winner by Tyrese Halliburton to take a 2-0 series lead over the Cavs in Cleveland. And elsewhere out west, the Warriors take Game 1 over the Timberwolves. This update's brought to you by Mattress Firm. Get matched and sleep at night during Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Take 120 nights to love your bed or your money back. Restrictions apply. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Ricky Vitalico.
Everybody wanted to see Aaron Nola.
610-632-0975. Yeah, that's in honor to the Frenchman
Who fixed our phones.
who was in yesterday, set up the system. So congratulations to everybody who worked on this tirelessly for so many weeks. And we do finally have a phone system that is working. In honor of the phone system, listen, I'm not even that interested in your contact, to be honest with you. I just want people to call, say hello.
You just missed
I missed everybody. Just call and say hello. I got no content today. I just wanted to say hello. Hello.
And if you want to talk Phillies or Eagles off
You
season,
can talk anything. You can tell me about your Aunt Tilly for all I care.
we just want to say hello.
You know?
And
Aunt Sally.
And I missed this guy, man. I can't believe it. We haven't heard from him in months.
Let's test it. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. I got my finger right here, and I'm about to hit the touch screen for the first call since we were disabled. Let's go to Ish in Levittown or wherever you're calling from. Ish, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, I missed him. Ish, you're on. You're on the air, Ish.
About time. But,
And you sound wonderful.
thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I want to talk about two things. Mike, I hope tomorrow when you go in with Daryl Morey, just please grill him. I don't even have to really tell you because I know you are. So we just want direct answers from him.
Listen, I can never hold back in an interview. If I make it uncomfortable for him, I'll apologize later. But there are answers that we need to get. The methodology that he used, I think, was very flawed. I don't think he should have kept his job. So I got to go in with that frame. He knows where I stand, I think.
Yeah, because the future really isn't bright unless the draft pick goes through. So hopefully we get a top draft pick. But besides that, what else could we do?
I hear you. You sound a little low in volume, though. I got to be honest with you. You speak up a little bit.
Oh, this is my phone, I think. You hear me now?
Is it your phone? All right. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're whispering a little bit.
Yeah, don't whisper. You're not at the golf course. Tomorrow we're at the golf course.
My bad.
All right, that's all right. Go ahead.
I'm in the library studying for a test. I got a test later on today.
It's in the library.
Yeah.
What are you studying for?
Business administration.
Good for you, man.
Love it, Ish.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. And last thing, I got two more things. I do want a general knowledge question. What's up with Alex Baum? I've been trying to call and ask you, what's up with him? I know he hit a home run yesterday, but do you think that's gonna encourage him to hit more home runs?
No. No, I don't. Listen, it's funny when Alex Baum first came to the scene. People that listen can verify this. I used to call him Kraft singles. Like the cheese slices, because that's all he would hit was singles. He's not a leverage guy. Now he can hit home runs. You saw at the home run derby, right? He can hit some home runs, but he's not that. He's not going to be the type of pull hitter. He's conditioned to hit the ball the other way and up the middle. And a guy 6'5" should have more leverage to hit the ball out of the ballpark. I don't like his style of hitting, but it's what he's comfortable with. So. No, I don't think it's going to make him hit more home runs. He hit that off the end of the bat, and he flipped it out on a minor league ballpark last night.
Yeah, also, too, what about Reese Hoskins? Do you think that was a mistake of not re-signing him?
Way back when? No, now I don't think it's a mistake, but I would have carried him for one more year. He's done. Okay. He's finished as a hitter.
Okay, I do want a general knowledge. But
all right.
Ask Ray something. I know he got stuck on the train. Ray, are you okay? I heard you got stuck on the train. After you ran a little bit,
Ray got stuck on the subway.
Before I ran, please listen.
Yeah, almost was going to miss his start time.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He's the.
Yeah,
I love it.
Missed you, Ish.
I missed
you.
It's still up to bust his chops.
The only thing he didn't say on this call was, "I agree with Bill."
Yeah.
Usually we get one of those. Ish.
You do.
Well, no, you was right. He did hit a home run yesterday. So,
Thanks, Ish.
Yeah. All right. Here's the general knowledge question. In honor of the Frenchman, what is the French word for snail?
Escargot.
Oh my goodness! What a call from Ish!
Look at Ish coming through. Oh my God! Congratulations, Ish. There he is. I pushed the drop button and it dropped. Look at this phone system. I'm all apoplectic.
I gotta say, this isn't just a shtick. I got a huge smile on my face today, man. This is great. We got the phones. We got Ish. Who else is going to call in today?
It feels like home, doesn't it, Billy?
It does. Who else are we going to hear from
today?
today?
Give me a Ritz cracker.
My goodness. All right, Ray's do a question now.
Ray is due a question.
He's got a lot of audience in there, too. There's 4 engineers in there right now with Ray.
Ray, you'll get this question. Okay. This is easy for Ray for a simple reason. Ray, what seed commonly found on muffins and bagels can cause one to fail a drug test?
The poppy seed.
Oh, it's a
good job,
Seinfeld
Ray.
question. Ray got a Seinfeld question. All right, we are tied. Audience and Ray, 1-1.
And we are back.
Yes. Now, we should tell this call screener that we should find out where these folks are calling from.
All right, I'll do that. I'll let her know. We got Gabby back there.
Gabby, we got Richard and Brian on. Just ask them where they're calling from so I can give them a shout-out for where they're calling from.
Yeah, I'll let her know. But Ish's point about Alec Bohm, and you're right, you used to call him Kraft Single.
Kraft Singles.
He's never been a power guy. I mean, he should be. He's big, but he's not going to be. Even last year, he had a good season to start. He only hit 15 home runs.
He needs to go. He's a Kraft Single who needs to go up to our Sargento.
Sargento. Well, let me ask you, though, because if he's going to be your 8-hole hitter, do you need him to be a home run guy? I mean, I didn't like him as a cleanup spot. I didn't like him there, but I like Schwarber in the cleanup spot. But if you're going to have Bohm, even if you move him up a little bit in the lineup, I don't need him hitting home runs. If he's hitting doubles, I'm okay with that.
No, a guy 6'5" with leverage who's playing a power position needs to hit more home runs. That's the way the game is. You can't let a 6'5" guy get away with hitting singles. I mean, come on.
And your corner infielder.
He's got arms of leverage. He should be hitting the ball out of the ballpark. He's got a good enough stroke to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Now, what is he, afraid of making outs? Can't be afraid of making outs.
I don't think he's going to change, though.
Well, maybe he's not going to change. I'm just telling you what I think I expect more from him.
Well, and we did see he had power. I mean, in the home run derby last year, I know it's different, but he had power.
He's got enough leverage to be a 20, 25 home run guy, for crying out loud.
Yeah, he hit 20 a couple years ago, but that was it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to
year.
hit 25 home runs as a third baseman with that kind of size.
Yeah, he is.
Even if he hits the ball the other way, he should be able to hit more home runs.
Yeah, I just, if he's last year and the year before close to 100 RBIs, if he's getting close to 100 RBIs,
you never have enough home runs. Never. You have enough.
It is funny though, because haven't hit a lot of home runs this season, but in previous years they live and die by the long ball too much. That was the complaint, and now we're complaining they're not hitting enough home runs.
Yep. Well, we're just talking about Alec Bohm here. The fact that he didn't have a home run this year is ridiculous.
Yeah, that was. That's why we knew it was
he didn't
coming.
even have that home run yesterday, did he? Was that really a home run? You got to take credit for that home run?
I am. Listen,
off the end of the bat, he flipped it out. It wouldn't have gone out. And how many parks would it have not gone out?
What we read, and me and Ray are trying to confirm what the other 6 ballparks were, but apparently 7 ballparks he would have hit a home run in. So I'm trying to figure out.
It was down the right field line where it's tapered a little bit, and it's less feet.
But that's part of the reason why I predicted the home run. If you read my tweet.
Because it was a minor league park?
Because it was a minor league park. Now, I've seen some people putting out there that it would have been a home run in 14 ballparks, including Citizens Bank. But I don't know, man.
Well, listen, if you hit it close enough to the line, it's going to be a home run in a lot of ballparks. But it was a flip shot off the end of the bat.
Yeah, but I'm okay with it. We'll take it. And a lot of people made some money yesterday because it was Dinger Tuesday on FanDuel. You got a profit boost.
Oh, really?
People were tagging me. They bet the Bohm home run. They got like plus 1362.
Oh, God, good for that, man. Good for that.
So call in and say thank you if you want.
Let's go to our second phone call. Richard from Packer Park. Richard, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Rich?
How you doing, Mike? This is your bi-coastal buddy, Richie.
What's going on, Richie? How are you doing?
Well, I've been listening to your show regularly, but, you haven't been with the phones.
Yeah, I know. Now we got them. There's no excuse for people not to call now. It's a clear system.
Okay,
you're calling from where?
Yeah, I'm in Packer Park,
Oh, you're in Packer Park. Okay. Yeah, I thought you would maybe be on the West Coast, but what my point is the call is clear as a bell. Go ahead.
Okay. Mike, you're Sicilian like me, right?
I'm a half Sicilian.
Okay, I'm full-blooded Sicilian. I mean, there's a dish, you're one for gourmet dishes. My grandmother and my aunt used to make pasta con sarde. I mean, St. Joseph's Day with the sardine sauce, with the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I'm not a sardine man. Not a sardine man.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, I know that's a big Sicilian thing, the sardines. I don't go there.
Okay, good. It's okay. Anyway, but it's good to hear you back. It's good to be able to call. And I like you. I like your new screener, Gabby. It's a nice name. She's got a nice voice.
Yeah, Gabby's a good kid.
Yeah. So that's that. But I'm real quick. I'm optimistic on our Phillies, and I don't want to hear any hate talk and stuff like that.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you're optimistic, Richard. Now, Richard, you want to? Do you want to? You do good talking to you. Do you want to play general knowledge?
I do want to play John, and I knew about escargot. I'm good with food.
I know you knew escargot. Now these are musical acts. So if I give you the song "Holla Back Girl," who is the artist? Holla Back Girl.
Holla Back Girl.
Holla Back Girl.
'Cause I ain't no holla back girl. Does that help you at all?
No.
Oh, Rich, you're out. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, look, Gwen Stefani.
That's Gwen Stefani. All right, Ray
Ray would have gotten that one.
Somebody that I used to know.
Room 5.
No.
Oh,
it's a Gautier.
Gautier.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well,
Ray gets the Ziggy, but we're still tied at 1. 610-632-0975. What a live show, Bill. We're live. We're alive.
I feel the energy in here.
The phones are back, Bill. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Connor Thomas.
41, it's the Mike Missanelli Show. We've been talking about this Frenchman who's come in here and built the system, and he had to come in here and hook everything up. His name's Damian. I just got to ask him, is there really, people think I'm making this up. Is there really a Frenchman walking around here?
Yeah, we were just talking to him.
I want to get Damian on the air. Where's Rodney, can you get Damian on the air?
He was a little reluctant.
He was reluctant, but I got to prove this because people are saying, well, what's this mysterious Frenchman?
Yeah, so while we're waiting on him, Mike, we got some breaking news during the
we do have some breaking news,
break.
Bill. What is it?
So according to Jeff McClain, sources have said Dallas Goedert is expected to stay in Philadelphia.
Well, there you go. And that's maybe the reason why they didn't draft the tight end.
The Eagles and the tight end are close to agreeing on a reworked contract. This is big news. Now, I don't think that's
big news.
I don't think that's the reason they didn't draft a tight end. I think this is happening because they couldn't get a tight end. I think they would have been more willing to move on from him if they were able to get a tight end in the draft. I think that's what would have occurred. I'm happy this is what they're doing, though. It's similar to what they did with Josh Sweat.
They could have easily gotten a tight end if they really wanted one. They could have taken one.
Where, though? Because in the
draft.
In the second round, when they pick at 64, some of the better tight ends were already off the board. But hold on. Let's get away from the Goddard.
Damian's in the studio. Damian.
Let me turn his mic on. Hold on.
Put the microphone on there. You got him all hooked up?
There he is.
Damian, congratulations. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine with you.
Oh, see, he's French. Ladies and gentlemen, he's French. So Damian, how long ago did you come in here to fix the system?
I came this Sunday.
Sunday? And did you build this system?
No. So I'm currently helping the partner.
Okay, you're a partner, but you're the man. You're the man that had to come in here and.
So I work at the company that made the software.
Okay.
But we didn't install it. It's a partner that installed it.
Okay, so when they called you in, what did you have to do? Did you have to plug a couple things in? What did you do exactly?
Just verify that everything was fine on the configs and just helping around where I could.
Damian, listen. A debt of gratitude is owed to you and all the people who put this through. We were without phones. You know what it's like for a sports talk radio host to have no phones? It's like I had no thumbs.
Yeah.
Sacre bleu, Damian.
I think the correct word would be merci.
Exactly.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Merci.
Yeah, you got to have that.
Not mercy.
No, I said
merci.
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 See, I think I'm better than you with this. Where in France are you from?
Paris.
Been there a couple times. Beautiful.
Oh, listen to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there a couple times. Of course he has.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, he's trying to upstage Damian, who's actually from France. Oh, I've been there. Yeah, I know about Paris.
How could you upstage Damian with this phone system we have?
Yeah. Damian, you have sports talk radio in Paris?
Yes, we do.
Let me guess. You talk soccer?
No, football.
That's what they call it.
That's right. You talk football.
Yeah.
Is there any other sport they play in France?
Sorry?
Is there any other sport that they play in France?
We play every sport you play. We just don't name it the same you do.
Well, you play basketball. I know. Basketball's big. But you play baseball?
I think we do. Tiny bit. It's not as common as here.
Cricket?
Yes.
Yeah, cricket.
Now, as a Frenchman, if you follow basketball, do you hate Joel Embiid?
No.
Because he was getting booed a little bit at the Olympics.
He didn't want to play for your country.
Yeah, Joel Embiid didn't want to play for Team France.
Actually, I'm not very sport. Like, I'm not a very sport person.
Oh, okay.
So
That's all right. That's the way he's shunned Francais. So that's no good. Oh, Damian, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. I know we had to drag you in here. You were really reluctant to come in here, but we had to prove that there was a mystery Frenchman who fixed this whole system.
I'm just running around the office. So.
Well, you having some good food while you're in Philadelphia?
Sure, yeah.
Good restaurants?
Small restaurants. Not, yeah.
Well, do you look for French cuisine here?
No.
No? You don't want French cuisine while you're here?
But I was scared to try them because you don't make them the same way we do.
So what was that?
We tried the baguettes.
Oh, the baguettes.
But he doesn't think they're going to be as good here.
Marie, the baguettes. All right. All right.
That's from Beauty and the Beast.
That's from Beauty and the Beast. That's correct. That's the extent of my French. Damian, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
Thank
there he
you,
is,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen. The Frenchman, Damian.
Look at this system we got, man. He hit it out of the park with this thing.
He really did. How about that? Okay.
This is great.
Yeah. Philly was these
People did think you were kidding, though, when you said they flew
I
someone
swear to
from
God, I got
France.
stopped in the hall. I got some coffee. And one of the guys down there goes, is it true? There's this Frenchman walking around here fixing the system?
YouTube is saying this poor kid is mortified. Get him out of here.
Oh, Damian.
Why did you do that to him?
Come with me to the Casbah. We make beautiful music together.
Oh, poor Damian. He did such a great job. We dragged him into the studio.
We really did. Okay, let's go. We got, are these in order? Yeah, I see where Brian from Northeast Philly has been hanging on the longest, right? Is that
Correct.
the way that goes?
Yeah, that's
All
right.
Let's go to Brian in Northeast Philly. Brian, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, buddy?
Viva la France, my friend.
That's awesome.
Take that man out and get him a D'Alessandro's cheese.
Yeah, I know. He needs to get a cheesesteak while he's here.
Hey, guys, first of all, Bill, I can't wait for your next home run pick because I didn't get my pick in last night, and I'm kicking myself.
No.
That's 2 in a row for you.
Yeah, we've been on a little bit of a roll, man. I'll think hard on it. I'll get it to you.
And now he tells it. He goes, "We." He talks about "we" now, like it's a committee.
I think Damian's rubbing off on him. We. Hey, with Ranger, do you think they should have put him in the bullpen just to, get him acclimated and back in the swing of things instead of throwing him out there to get bombed in 2 innings?
No, I think they got to keep trying him in the rotation for now, anyway. It would be unnatural for him to be in the bullpen at this point. And Taiwan Walker probably can adjust a little better. Plus, they need a right-hander down there. So, I don't know.
I just think that they had Walker actually playing well. Why mess
Well, that's
up?
Bill. Bill's a big Taiwan Walker guy now. So, Bill was very upset with that demotion. All right. Listen, Brian, what else?
No, that's it.
All right. You want a general knowledge question? Philadelphia Phillies trivia. What Philly has the most complete games in Phillies history?
Carlton?
Steve Carlton's your guess? Incorrect. Yeah. Incorrect. Sorry. Oh, Brian, sorry about that. There you go. He's out of there. Look at that touchscreen. My fat finger's going to mess something up. I know it.
I would have probably guessed lefty as well.
You also would have been wrong.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you would have been wrong. Wait, are you challenging my answer?
No, I'm saying Brian made a good guess.
Yeah, you see what he said?
I'm saying I think it was a solid guess.
Yeah, of course it was a solid guess. He's the best pitcher that they've ever had. But he didn't have the most complete games.
It's a little surprising. Was it Grover Cleveland Alexander?
I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Oh, we're
not going to give you the answer in case I want to bring back the question.
Well, does Ray have a chance to steal?
Ray has a chance to steal. Ray, on the other side, you'll have a chance to steal.
And no Googling or looking at YouTube, Ray.
Yeah, I haven't had YouTube up. I'm finally in my chair. I haven't sat down for the first hour. I've been so excited in here trying to get everything set
up. Ray got excited when the caller said, "Wee."
I'm not. I
don't like you. You know that?
I'm not going to give him the same question.
You know that?
Can't Google anything.
Oh, wait, so you're not going to... I thought you were giving him a chance to steal.
I'm not giving him a chance
question.
to steal. I'm giving him another question.
Well, then we need to know who's got the most complete game.
I'm saving the question for later.
Someone's going to Google it.
Well, if they Google it, that's cheating. It's the honor system here on the Mike Missanelli Show. We're back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Alice Goddard reportedly expected to stay in Philadelphia. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update that's brought to you by the Delaware County Career Fair. Hundreds of job titles, one big opportunity. Join the Delaware County Job Fair May 13th at Subaru Park. Sign up on the Crozier page at pacareerlinkdelco.org. Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McClain is reporting the Eagles are close to agreeing to a rework deal with Dallas Goedert to keep him in town. The veteran tight end, of course, has been the subject of trade rumors all offseason. There was a lot of conversation about whether or not he would or would not be burned. It sounded like there for a while he was not going to be an Eagle. But again, Jeff McClain, the Philadelphia Inquirer, reporting that they are close to agreeing to a rework deal to keep Goddard in town. Elsewhere in town, the Phillies won 8-4 last night. They're down in Tampa Bay. They were powered by home runs from Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned runs and striking out 9. 9 in the win. Phil's looking to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field tonight. Looking back at the NFL here, the Cowboys making a trade today, trading a 3rd and a 5th round pick to the Steelers in exchange for George Pickens and a 6th round pick. Of course, Dallas still has to figure out what's going on with Micah Parsons and a rework deal for him. This update is also brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. 2 guys drive home. 1 guy wore a seatbelt. 1 guy didn't. 1 guy made it home to his family. 1 guy didn't. Click it. Don't risk it. From the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for Truist Championship coverage. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
All right, Ray Dunn is owed a question on general knowledge. All right, Ray. This is a Phillies trivia question. But you should knock this down. I don't even know if I want to give this to you because these are so easy for you. Who has the Philadelphia Phillies career record for the most walks?
I think the most times being walked.
Yes.
Let's go.
1,500.
Let's go with Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt is correct.
Yeah, good guess, Ray.
Mike Schmidt. So Ray takes the lead over the audience at 2-1.
And the winners are getting that Rita's Water Ice gift card.
That is correct. The Reader's Water Ice gift card, two $50 gift cards.
That's a lot, dude.
And you got to try the new Cola Ice Treat.
Yeah, and the Cola Ice Treats, I looked it up. It's
you
not,
looked it up?
It's not like there's an individual Cola Ice Treat. It's they have cola-flavored water ice. So you could get, like, water ice, you get gelatos, you know,
Nice.
all that with the cola flavor.
It's nice. That's a good item.
Good stuff by Rita's.
Yes, it is. I used to get cherry Cokes as a kid.
What, water ice?
No, cherry Cokes where they had, for this. You ever been to an old-fashioned soda fountain?
Yes.
Where they had the syrup, and then they mix it with the seltzer?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, wouldn't do
Yeah,
it
well, I
now,
was a
but-
kid, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still do that.
As an adult, I can't find a soda fountain.
They may still have a soda fountain.
Franklin, is that Franklin?
Wheaton Village, I think, has it.
Is that Franklin no ice cream place? Right?
Franklin Fountain. What are you talking about?
Franklin Fountain. Do they have a soda fountain
It's a great question.
over there? You ever been over there?
I have been over there. I don't recall.
Ever taken a lady over there for a little ice cream?
No, I've taken myself. I have not done the date.
Do you think
at Franklin
that's a
Fountain.
good date to take it? Go for some ice cream?
Probably a good date.
What would
Not
be
saying
your
it's
water
not.
ice choice now? What would be your flavor? Where would you go?
I'm a lemon man or a mango.
Yeah, I can see that.
The original is lemon.
The lemon ice.
That was the original. It had the bits of lemon peel in it.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You can't go wrong with that.
My mom said there used to be a guy in South Philly that would walk the streets screaming lemon ice.
Really?
They would come out and get him.
Yeah, it's a traditional. The lemon ice is the first thing, and then they started to get flavor it up a little bit.
Yeah, I go watermelon. Big fan of the water.
That's not a bad item.
Sweet.
How about
Very
a
sweet.
chocolate water
No,
ice?
I think it's a
Not
violation.
It is a violation.
Chocolate and vanilla water ice. No, just get the ice cream.
It dilutes the chocolate.
I agree with you. Yeah, that's a violation.
All right. All right. So tell me about the ramifications of Dallas Goedert now, Bill.
What the ramifications are.
Yeah.
As far as what?
As far as what it does for the Eagles. Now, he's an off-injured tight end. I don't know what the money is in this particular situation. They restructured. They did some kind of a restructuring of
it's
a
not
contract.
finalized yet.
Okay.
It's just expected. What I would expect when we get the numbers is that they did something similar to what they did for Josh Sweat last year. Because last offseason we heard Josh Sweat was on the trading block.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets reported they restructured his deal. They gave him a little bit more guaranteed money, and they made it where he would still be a free agent in the offseason, and we saw what happened. Josh Sweat gets the big payday by the Cardinals. I'm going to think it's going to be the same thing. I think Goddard probably reworked his deal, lowers the cap number, he gets a little bit more guaranteed, and he's a free agent in the offseason. That's what I think is going to happen.
So this is kind of one more year.
That's what I'm expecting.
All right.
And I like the move because you mentioned it earlier. They just didn't have a lot of depth there. You couldn't go into this season with Grant Calcaterra as your starter for 17 games. And even though Goddard's been injured, he was healthy in the playoff run, and you saw what that did for this offense. He helps you in the running game just as much as he helps you in the passing game.
Now, if you're Goddard, do you like the fact that they're kind of stringing you here for a year?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Goddard's agent already felt out the market.
Yeah, and there was nothing for him?
It would have had to been a trade, and maybe it would have been one of those situations where if he gets traded, the other team wasn't going to give him a big payday either. So it's I come back for a year, I'm on a contender, I know what it's like to play here, I proved that I could stay healthy and have a good season, I'll get my payday next year.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking it's probably going to be.
You're listening to Mike Missanelli Show. It's 97.5, The Fanatic, WPEN, HD1, a Burlington, Philadelphia, and of course it's a Beasley Media Group station, and we broadcast from the Comcast Business Studios every day, powering possibilities. The big news here at 11 o'clock is that we have our phone system back. It's a new sophisticated touchscreen phone system. I see all the callers on my big screen, and I have a little phone bank where I just push, it says on air, and then drop, and then hold.
It is pretty.
I messed up already because I failed to hold the people who got the correct answers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Because I'm an idiot, because I'm used to not doing it.
You're used to not doing it. I will have to
Right?
say, as frustrated as it's been, these are pretty great phone systems here.
Well,
The touch screens and It looks like a big cell phone we got here. That's what it looks like. This like giant cell phone with a touch screen.
Yeah.
You could play Snake on it. Remember Snake on the old Nokias? Do you remember that? Did you have a Nokia back in the day?
Yeah.
Did you play Snake?
No.
You don't know what I'm. And Ray wasn't even born.
I wasn't alive.
No, I remember the big thing was going from the Nokia to the Motorola Flip.
You remember the flip? Yeah, the flip phones used to be cool.
The Motorola Flip was the coolest.
Then they had the Razor. Then they have the Razor, like super
That was
thin.
the Motorola Razor, yeah.
Now, I told you before, I thought that I officially made it when I became an attorney and they gave me a BlackBerry. You got the BlackBerry.
You were a crackberry man.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, let's go to the phones. We got Chris in Flowertown checking in. Chris, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up?
Oui, monsieur.
Oui, the Frenchman did it.
Yeah, he sure did. He said at least he wasn't French Canadian. I would have been a little sad if he was.
No, it's a French Canadian.
Because I'm an old hockey player.
Yeah, well, the president just lauded that great French Canadian hockey player, Alexander Ovechkin. How about that one?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a great French player right here, Alexander Ovechkin.
I grew up playing hockey. I was South Philly's first minor league player back in the day.
Oh, there you go, Chris.
Yo, I'm calling about the Phillies.
Yes, sir.
There couldn't be a more better thing that happened to them right now to get their road game together, is to go play in that little ballpark to get their road record together.
Yeah, that's a nice way to look at it.
They haven't played good on the road. Yeah. That's a good remedy for them.
That's a good way to look at it, buddy.
That's what I'm looking at. That was perfect. The small place, they could hear everybody, the beer salesman. You know what I mean?
I got you.
That brings them back to us as they're kids.
I hear you. I hear you, brother. Yeah, I hear you.
That's all I wanted to call and tell you.
All right,
I want to be a part of your show.
All right, Chris.
I want to be a part of your show.
Chris, we welcome you. And now we're gonna give you a general knowledge question. Are you ready for that?
Go ahead.
All right, Chris.
Yes, please.
What? Let me see. What is the name for water that has been blessed by a priest?
You got me because I'm a gospel singer. I can sing it every mass and bring it to you on Saturday.
You should know what this is, then.
Is this just the obvious answer?
It's the obvious answer.
I should know it.
What's the water? It's been blessed by a priest. You walk into the church.
Holy water.
There you go. Is it really that easy? There you go. All right, hold on a second, Chris.
Go.
There you go. Did I hold him right? Did I put him on hold?
Looks like you did.
I did?
Good stuff.
There it is.
The holy water, really? That was the answer?
I did that in honor of the conclave, which begins today, by the way. We're gonna re-go over the Pope candidates. So there are two United States candidates. One's from Boston, one's from Chicago.
They're not favorites, though.
They're definitely not favorites. Why? Why wouldn't an American be a favorite? Answer me that.
I'm not sure. I don't know enough about it. But we're waiting for white smoke, right? Is that what it is? Black smoke means no Pope.
We're way far away from white smoke.
Yeah, but black smoke, no Pope. White smoke,
Why would they have to even put the black smoke out there?
To let you know they voted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like we voted and we didn't have a majority winner. Is it majority or is it unanimous?
I don't know.
I'm going to look that up.
Come on. You're a good Catholic.
By the way, the holy water.
School.
The holy water thing.
Yeah, what about it?
You walk into church and you put your hands in there.
It felt weird.
Everyone puts their fingers in it.
Yeah. But it's holy water. You can't affect it.
So you know that
no germs resonate.
Well, you know that my kids are Greek and they're Greek Orthodox.
Are they?
And when they do their communion, everybody drinks from the chalice. It's different than the Catholic Church where you get the host and then it's like optional to get the wine. In the Greek Orthodox, everyone drinks from the chalice.
What do you mean it's optional to get the wine? I never had wine.
Yeah. They have
the blood of Christ.
The blood of Christ.
Yeah, but I was never offered the
yes,
wine.
There's always someone standing off to the side that you could go get the wine.
Not where I went to church.
Ray, am I making this up?
That's the first brunch I ever went to.
Yeah, there's always somebody off
any
to the
wine
side.
offered to me.
Anyway, back to my
go
point.
ahead.
In the Greek Orthodox, it's only the chalice. And I used to get concerned because literally everyone drinks from the same chalice. But that's what I was told because I asked the priest at the Greek church, and he said it's blessed though, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's blessed. But were you ever tempted to wipe it with your hand?
Well, they do that with like the cloth. It's like Someone drinks it, they wipe.
Oh, do they?
Someone drinks it, they wipe. But I don't know.
I never had the wine, man.
I can't
gotta
believe
be
it.
honest with you.
In all the years you've been going to church,
Never had the wine.
never had the wine.
Not many years I went to church, by the way. So I went to church a few times.
By the way,
But I never liked the host. And I know that's blasphemous to say.
so
It always felt creepy to me.
so
in my mouth.
at the Greek church, they give you an actual piece of bread instead.
Well, I would
It's an
like
actual
that better.
piece of bread.
The host is it's not like a club cracker, you know.
It's a
not
little
that palatable.
It's a little dry. By the way, so my high school,
Ray's looking at me like I'm blasphemous.
No,
is.
no.
you still go on
It was,
Sundays? Ray?
it was
You're
three
supposed
words.
to let it melt in your mouth too. That's what I was told.
No, I actually don't mind it. But it was. If I say it, then I'm also saying it out of context for you guys to laugh at. But you were talking about just the taste and texture. I had a very sophomoric moment with what you said.
Did you throw up?
No,
What?
Oh, he was laughing about it.
laughing the way the way it feels once you eat it. That's what you were talking about, how it felt in your mouth.
Oh,
It's really
he had a sophomoric moment. He's going to have that as a drop now. How it feels when you eat it, he said.
Okay. And we're talking about the host here.
I know.
You
Yeah.
can't make a sophomoric moment out of the host.
You just said something blasphemous. I don't know if I'm necessarily
I
the
just
worst in
said
this.
it's like the wafer is this like not palatable. And now I used to see people chew it. I go, that's a violation. You're not supposed to chew it, are you?
You're supposed to let it dissolve.
Yeah, but the longer it dissolves, I don't know, man. I just never connected with me.
And for some reason, my high school football coach is an expert on the Pope vote. Just
Really?
text it in. It's 2/3 of the Cardinals.
There you go.
So if there's about 300 Cardinals, they need 180 votes to name the next Pope.
All right, we're going to go over to Pope candidates. And again, my odds for the Pope candidates coming up. 610-632-0975. Yes, you can call the show. You can still text. We've been relying on text for a long time. We're going to go back to the text board, but you can actually call us live right now with our new phone system that was solidified by the Frenchman. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
ESPN's
Phillies win yesterday. Dallas Goddard going to be back with the Eagles. Are the two main focuses today as we have reopened our phone systems on General Knowledge Wednesday, where today we're giving away two $50 gift cards to Rita's. That's a cool prize, man. Everybody goes to Rita's.
Yeah, it's the best. We were talking about one of my jobs yesterday, Boston Market. Another one of my jobs was scooping water ice as a kid.
You worked at Rita's?
Not at Rita's. Not at Rita's.
What water ice joint did you work at?
A place called Primo over in Haddon Township.
Primo.
My friend's family owned it.
Uh-huh.
It's a great
How much
gig.
did you make an hour there?
I think I only made like $5 an hour.
$5 an hour? But it was the joy of scooping.
But people in that area would tip like crazy, man.
Oh, yeah, tip you?
I'd work like 4-hour night, and I would leave there with like $100 in tips.
Wow. What'd you do, put poor face
As
on?
a 16-year-old kid, it was great.
Poor face?
That was just fun. Just always with a smile.
Would you like lemon?
With a smile. The key was we would pump the water ice every hour to keep it nice and soft.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
All right.
But Rita's usually is pretty solid. They usually got a nice, good product.
Yeah. Conclave is, I'm busy. I revised my odds, by the way, on the conclave for the Pope. I believe that this year they will elect a Pope for the first time from a first-time area.
What areas has there never been a Pope?
There's never been an Asian Pope. There's never been an African Pope. I believe that this year, somewhere from Southeast Asia or Africa, the Pope will come from.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to the Vatican?
Yes, I have.
So you've been inside the Sistine Chapel where the vote is going down.
I have been inside the Sistine Chapel.
Very impressive.
And I looked up and I go, man, Mikey Angelo did a job.
He really did, man. What is that famous part of the Sistine Chapel ceiling with God's hand touching man, right? The two hands.
Yeah. You know, Michelangelo growing up, they called him the brush.
Well, he was also a sculptor.
Yeah, he was, but they called it.
He did the statue of David.
His name was Brush.
He could do everything, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
He also, if you didn't know, was a Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo, Leonardo,
that doesn't.
Donatello, and Raphael.
I understand what you were trying to do there, but that falls flat. That guy.
No, that's why they named him that. Splinter named the Turtles after 4 great artists in history.
I got the premise of it, Bill. I understand why.
So you aren't a Ninja Turtles
why
guy.
They were named.
Ray, he doesn't get how
I
good
am
the Ninja
aware
Turtles
of the Ninja Turtles, and I'm aware the one was called Michelangelo.
Such a great
Or
show.
Michelangelo. I never knew whether it was Michael or Michael.
It's Michelangelo, I believe.
Michelangelo?
I believe.
I knew a kid named Mickey Angelo growing up.
His last name was Angelo?
Yeah, Mickey Angelo, his name was.
It's a good name.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's go back to the phones. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Let's go back to the phones.
Let's go back to the phones. We got Jamie in D.C. checking in. What's up, Jamie? How you doing, buddy?
Fellas, how is everybody today?
Fantastic. How you doing?
The line's open. That's great.
The
That's
lines
great
are
technology. You
open,
got a
baby.
Frenchman?
The lines are open.
Yeah.
The Frenchman.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a daily communicant, and that was a pretty good question to ask that last caller. When we dip our hands in the holy water, it's to renew our baptismal promises when we go into church. And then the second part of that is like Bill was saying, the Greeks, they which are still recognized by the Catholic Church as an Orthodox, they actually do baptism, Holy Communion, and confirmation in one shot.
That is correct.
Wow.
So when my daughter did it,
and their priests can marry, That's
also correct. But when my daughter had her first baptism, I had to tell everybody that was from my side of the family, who was Catholic and Italian, that we're going to give you your envelopes back so that you could triple your gift, because there's no communion and there's no confirmation.
Wow. Look at that.
Right? So triple your gift, because this is a one-shot deal.
Look at that. I guess you hate
Now,
to get
Mike,
invited to a Greek confirmation.
Mike, you made a comment how it didn't really do anything for you, and I support talk, so I want to talk Phillies, but I wanted to say you weren't alone, because there were many disciples that Jesus said, unless you eat my body and drink eat my flesh and drink my blood, then you cannot be my disciple. So you're not alone. You're not alone at all.
Well, listen. I understand what the concept was, and I believed that when I was a kid. in the concept of it, but it was a little hinky putting that wafer in there. Yeah, I wasn't a waferman.
Oh, it's not
I wasn't a
considered-
wafersman.
Yeah. So speaking of the Phils, I know Bill, you're a glass half full. Mike's a glass half empty. And Mike, you don't have a problem because of all the past years of bullpen woes. But it's nice to see a starter go out there, pitch 7 innings, give everybody a break. Phils go out there, hit some bombs. Small ballpark, like the last guy said. But how about Schwarber? It's not even Hoagie season. You guys are already leading the league. Got 12 bangers.
Yeah, about that. There you go. All right.
Now, Mike,
Yes.
I will say, I want to do tribute, but I think you're onto something because the most Catholics in the world right now come from Southeast Asia and Africa.
I think I am feeling it. I am telling you, I'm feeling the winds of change through the Vatican.
Now, I don't know. I don't look at odds because I'm not a gambler, man, but I would say that his name may not be recognized, but Cardinal Sarah.
I'm going to go over all the Cardinals of the Conclave. The conclave has begun today. I'm going to try to get inside the men's head. All right, now here's your general knowledge question. It happens to be musical acts by the letter G. Musical acts by the letter G. So if I give you the songs Feel Good Inc. and Clint Eastwood, what band or artist am I looking for?
Oh, that's the. Oh man, give me 1 second.
No, he's going.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking it's the Gorillas.
Gorillas is correct.
I was going to say.
Hold on a second.
Get me some. Yeah, get me some water ice.
Hold on a second. There you go. Jamie from D.C.
I think you just
Gorillas.
You just put him on speaker.
No, I didn't. I put him on hold. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
There you go.
Is that hold? See, this is very sensitive. I left my thumb on there.
Yeah, because I could hear him.
Too long, and it went to speaker.
All right, callers are up 3-2. Ray's owed a question.
Ray, on the other side, you'll get your. This is not a good category for you.
Is it musical acts with the letter G? Because I didn't know. I never would have guessed Maroon 5 if I knew it was with the letter G.
It's letter.
Oh, yeah, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I know. I screwed up. Should we give Ray a point for that?
No,
he wouldn't have got it anyway.
Yeah, no.
Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Dallas Goedert expected to stay. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McLean is reporting that the Eagles have agreed to a rework deal to keep tight end Dallas Goedert in town. The veteran has been a topic of speculation this offseason, talking about the potential to move him in a trade, whether or not he would be an Eagle come next season. Now it looks like Dallas Goedert will be staying in town and tight end for this upcoming season for the Birds. Elsewhere, the Phillies won 8-4 last night, powered by home runs for Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned runs, striking out 9 in the win. The Phillies will look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field tonight. Elsewhere in the NFC East today, the Cowboys traded a third and a fifth-round pick to the Steelers in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a sixth-round pick. The next order of business in Dallas is working out a deal with Micah Parsons, who's searching for a new deal now. And in the NBA last night, the Pacers pulled off an improbable comeback punctuated by a game winner by Tyrese Halliburton to take a 2-0 series lead over the Cavs. And out west, Jimmy Butler, Buddy Hield leading the Warriors to a Game 1 win over the Timberwolves. This update is brought to you by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5TheFanatic.com.
Show on a General Knowledge Wednesday, where we have our phones back, and a lot of people thought this was a mystery man that I kept saying about this mystery Frenchman that came in, but he was a real guy. His name was Damian, and he came in and he said, "The phone system is how you say fixed," and he did. He fixed it.
It's been great too,
and he recorded something for us.
Oh, he did?
Yes, he did. About how he said it in French. I had him record something in French.
Let's. You want to play it, and then we'll try to decipher what it is?
Does Ray have it? I don't know. I don't know if he's got it. Is it in his system, Ray? Already? Matt Menarick had recorded him, but I'm not sure it's in the system yet.
He's got it.
Is the phone system?
Ray's giving you the thumbs up.
He's how you say fixed. No. Here's Damian.
Vous êtes sur 97.5, le fanatique Philadelphia.
Ah, there it is! The Fanatic Philadelphia.
That sounded pretty good.
Did.
97.5, le fanatique est la meilleure radio sportive du coin.
I know what he said.
What did he say?
He said, "Bill, you were right all along."
Now, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second here. Because a woman texted you. Was it a text or
it was a tweet?
It was a tweet. She tweeted.
A very nice woman.
And what did she say here?
So Jacqueline texted me.
Jacqueline.
She says, "I hate how Mike is constantly on you and never admits when he's wrong." Thank you, Jacqueline. You feel my pain.
Right.
Bill, you were right all along.
But I didn't mean that.
Well, you should have.
On that drop, I didn't mean that.
You should have meant it.
I hate. I don't know what it is. Repeat what she said again. Repeat it. What she said.
Well, there's actually more. I edited it to not make you.
Give it more.
To not make you feel bad.
Give me the whole thing.
All right. I was trying to make you not feel bad.
Give me the whole thing.
She says, "I wonder what Mike will have to complain about tomorrow after another win. I never understood his statement the other day that series wins don't matter. I also hate how he's constantly on you and never admits when he's wrong."
Yeah, I am constantly on you because you deserve to be constantly on sometimes. Some of the things you say are maddening to me.
And they're usually correct.
No, they're not usually correct. By your vision, they're correct.
Usually are correct.
As far as me being wrong, where was I wrong about the Phillies?
Well, it's yet to be determined.
Where have I been wrong about the Phillies?
Yet to be determined.
What are the two things that I've said consistently about the Phillies?
You were concerned about the bullpen coming in.
And what else?
And that's been proven correct.
And what else?
Well, the outfield.
A right-handed outfield hitter. Now, where am I wrong?
With the outfield, I think everybody kind of was worried about
what else have I said about the Phillies? Where have I turned it into a negative with the Phillies? I have said the following. Trey Turner does not concentrate a lot of times when he's fielding ground balls. He also has kind of lost his pop. I have said that Alec Boehm needs to hit more home runs. And I've said their bullpen needs to be fortified, and they can't win without fortifying their bullpen, even if you want to look at it with the sunniest glasses that you possibly have. Their bullpen is not adequate, and they could use a right-handed bat that can play outfield. Now, where am I wrong?
You've been wrong a lot.
Where?
I'm not saying you're wrong about that.
Tell me where I've been wrong as far as the Phillies go.
I'm not saying that
Where have I been negative about the Phillies except for the reality of what it is?
Well, I do think that you're wrong when you said winning series doesn't matter, because that's the whole point of a season. You just keep collecting series wins, and you're probably going to be a postseason team. But you're right. I was looking at the numbers again today, and I know we don't always focus on numbers. But when you look at their hitting, they're top 10 in almost every meaningful category. When you look at their starting pitching, they're top 6 in terms of ERA. It's the bullpen. They're number 26 in bullpen ERA. That's the one area they got to get fixed. But I'm also not ready to decide on May 7th that the bullpen isn't fixable. So that's why I'm feeling more positive than negative.
What do you mean isn't fixable? The only way they fix it is to add to it. You're thinking that all of a sudden you're going to, like a genie's going to pop out of a bottle, and the guys that they have right now are going to be good. That's what you're thinking.
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm not ready to say that Kerkering's done, and I'm not ready to say that Romano's not going to be a good pitcher this year. There's still pitchers in that bullpen that I want to see more of before I determine that to just write them off. But to your point, they do have to add. And we talked about that yesterday.
Okay.
Is Helsley
so
the answer?
where have I been wrong?
Oh, you've been wrong.
Now,
You've been wrong.
I just
a lot.
asked you. You came up with the series.
Well,
thing.
number one, you told me.
You want to hear something about the series? They have more series wins this year than they had at this time last year, and yet they have fewer wins. Now, why?
Less sweeps.
Oh, okay.
They swept a lot of teams. last
Okay.
year. But they're also 20 and 15. Like this is the thing of what I was talking to you about yesterday when I said there are more things to be positive about, and I'm guilty of it too. I let what happened last year and the year before in the postseason cloud my judgment sometimes, because when you look at this baseball team to start the year through 35 games, the fact that they're 20 and 15, they've won 7 of their last 10. They've only lost 3 series out of 11 all year. They're probably going to win another one against the Rays.
That's wonderful. I don't denigrate any of that. The only thing I've said is I don't believe that they can win anything with a bullpen like this. That's all I've said.
And I agree with you on that.
All right, well, then where am I wrong?
If the bullpen continues to pitch the way that they've pitched, they are not going to win anything with a pen like this. I agree.
They pitch that way because that's what they are.
That's the only thing I'm not ready to say. To say that's what they are.
All right, let's look at it. Where are you going to get better performances? You're thinking Romano is going to give you a better performance.
Than what he gave you to start the year.
You're thinking who else?
Kirkring.
Those 2 guys you believe are going to be better.
I think they're going to be better. I still think Strom's very good. I still think Alvarado's very good.
That's 4.
And Tanner Banks, I know you hate on Tanner Banks, has pitched very well. He has pitched very well. So now if you add an arm, if they add a right-handed arm, which I expect them to do, now you got a pretty formidable bullpen when you have starters like you have, and we know there could be reinforcements coming from the starting position that allows a starter to move to the pen.
Reinforcements. That's all I've said. That's all I've said. That poor Jackie's taking an unfair shot at me. See, you say things like that, and this is why I question. I go, where are you? Like you believe in magic beans or something?
You were also wrong about Dub, who went yard the other day.
What?
Right?
Wait, I was wrong about it because he hit 1 home run. I was wrong about his ability as a 4A player.
Because you said he doesn't have any pop. He's got pop on.
I didn't say he didn't have any pop. You said he was a power hitter.
And
He's not a power hitter.
He's a good right-handed bat off the bench. I don't want him to be an everyday guy. You were wrong when you said that Topper would never put Sosa in left that night, and he did.
And then he learned it was the wrong thing to do. How do you claim these victories?
I'm just calling it like it is.
This is why I'm not nice to you.
I'm just calling it like it is.
This is why you infuriate me.
I said they were going to do it that night, and they did.
That doesn't make you right about the whole premise about whether he can play left field.
I'm getting you a Billy Baseball shirt.
Got a B in Westchester. B, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. B.
Mikey Miss.
What's happening, buddy?
Momentous day with the phones being back up. In fact, that's what prompted me to call. I got to hit you with the obligatory first-time caller, long-time
nice.
show listener.
Everybody is a first-time caller today, thanks to the Frenchman.
But love it. No, love the show. Wanted to say, too, I go back, I'm in my late 30s, but I go back to, 90s, Steve and Mike, way back in the day. In fact, a buddy of mine, we used to rank the Mike Missanelli show errors because you got that extensive coaching tree.
I do. I'm like Andy Reid.
I do give you credit for that. Your coaching tree
I'm Andy Reid.
It's pretty solid.
Yes.
Yeah, but top, I'd probably say the number 1 seed is the era where we had the guy Martinez was the producer, and the old timers kept calling him Martinez, and then it became his real name.
Yeah, he was Jason is struggling right now with, so we wish him the best. He's been a little ill.
Nah, sorry to hear that. But the Bernie from Broomall, great stuff. But just wanted to chime in on the Phillies. And I got to say too, I love the current iteration of the show too. Bill Calarulo, I appreciate the work of the young Raymond Dunn. To keep it up, fellas. But
thank you, B.
Now you got the Phillies. My main concern: playoff time, high leverage. These guys they got coming out of the bullpen. I mean, even if you got like Alvarado, you're throwing out there as your big gun. I've seen him get lit up in a big moment. That's the concern.
It's a total concern. And listen, I know they're a good team. There's a lot of teams in the pot right now that they have to beat, and without a bullpen, you're sunk. There's not a team without a bullpen that wins.
No, very true, especially when your offense has the propensity to just get cold and
Exactly.
multiple guys just aren't hitting too. That's the other thing. So
You got to hold
I'm still
down the
not
fort.
completely over that Arizona, that
I
blowing
know.
and coming back game 6 and 7 Arizona. I'm still not over that in terms of this regime or this current core.
I got you,
in the
man.
playoffs.
I got you. All right, that's gonna be a general knowledge. Ray, do I owe you one?
I mean, we got sidetracked with Bill claiming victim again. So
Yeah.
that kind of
First of all,
took us.
I didn't claim victim. I had a very nice woman tweet at me because she was so upset with the way I get treated by Mike.
Correct.
I didn't say anything.
Right, and then you used it as a way to push that you're just a victim of this
and,
entire.
You're
thing.
always right. And,
So I don't mean to hijack B's call here. We can settle this out.
I'll tell you
outside.
what, we're gonna owe you two that because we're going back to general knowledge for B. All right, B. Here's the question. What country's official name is the Republic of China?
Is that Taiwan?
That is Taiwan. Taiwan Walker. All right, there you go. That's excellent. The audience with another point. So now Ray has to, let me put you on hold here, B. Let's see if I do it right. Yes.
Good job.
Yes. All right, Ray, you get two questions. One is, first of all, the musical acts by the letter G. So let's go with this one here. The songs are Iris and Slide. Why don't you slide? What is the band?
Ray doesn't know it. He's shaking his head.
Glass animals. I don't know.
The Goo Goo Dolls.
Let me whisper in your ear the things you want to hear. All right.
Iris, I recognize the song title.
That is the Goo Goo Dolls,
Yeah.
Ray.
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
you.
Now we
Thank
go
you.
back to general knowledge. Now this is for Ray for tying the audience. Ray.
They got two. I think they have two on me. I think it's 4-2 right now.
Yes, it was.
It is 4-2?
Yeah, the
Correct.
audience
It was
showing up strong today.
4-2.
All right, Ray. What industry employs what are called roughnecks? Who are the roughnecks? What
Vandalay Industries. I got nothing for you on this one.
Vandalay Industries is incorrect. The oil industry are called roughnecks.
Oh, that makes sense. The UFL team for Houston.
There you go.
There
The
you go.
roughnecks
That's where the
down there
Roughnecks
in
come
the
from.
oil country.
There we go.
That's
right.
a UFL reference for you today. But you didn't think you were getting that.
610-632-0975 is how you climb into the show. I may add another category. Movie characters.
I'm already down
Reason's
two.
trouble.
I know you're down two. I'm making it as hard as possible for you to catch up. Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Philadelphia Union Soccer.
Fanatic General Knowledge Wednesday today. Two $50 gift cards to Rita's. That's what you're playing for today, and we've got a lot of correct answers so far with a lot of audience participation because the phones are back. That's right.
It's hard to believe, man.
It is hard to believe. We've been, we've almost gotten used to not having phones and not thinking they would ever come back, and it changed the complete landscape of the show, I thought.
It is. It's a completely different feel with all these callers. It's a little easier sitting here next to you when I have people who can deflect from our arguments.
Yeah, it is a little easier when people can clarify that how wrong you really are about things. In any event, coming up at noon is the news at noon, and we have some interesting stories today on the news at noon. One of the things that Ray brought up today as we started the show was since we have a change in name of the Wells Fargo Center until the year 2031.
Yeah.
Ray asked the question, which I think is a really interesting question. How many playoff games will the Xfinity Mobile Arena host before the deal runs out?
I know.
Now, that's two teams.
In 6 years.
The Flyers and the Sixers. So let's just let's just look at it, right? All right, 2026. How many playoff games will the Flyers and Sixers play at that arena?
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that the Flyers make the playoffs next year. So you're going to get at least 2 Flyers home playoff games.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. 2 for the Flyers.
They lose the series, but they make it.
2 for the Flyers. I got the Sixers making the playoffs next year.
You would hope, right? You can't expect this type of disaster.
Yes, but the way it's now, the way the East is looking, and when I look at all these teams in the NBA playoffs, which have been pretty amazing, the results have been pretty amazing. I got the Sixers with 3.
So you got them losing in the second round again.
I got them losing in the first series. They would play 3 here, but lose the game 7.
Okay, so no play-in. They're a top 6 seed.
Right.
You got them finishing in the top 4 of the Eastern Conference because they're going to be the home team.
No, they're not going to be the home team. That's why I only have them winning 3.
Well, no, you said they're going to play 3 games in Philly.
Yeah.
And you said they would lose game 7 here. I thought was what you said.
No, they would lose game 7 there.
Which would be 4. Okay, I got you. All right. So you got them being a 5 to 8 seed.
Right.
Playing 2 games.
Correct.
And then game 6 here.
Yes.
And then losing in the first round.
Yes.
Oh, that would be devastating, wouldn't it? If they make the playoffs and lose in the first round.
Yeah, because I think the other teams would be, except for Milwaukee throws something, because Milwaukee could be a disaster and Giannis can move somewhere. But I got, all right, so that's 5 playoff games next year. After the year after that, I don't think the Sixers make the playoffs.
Well, you're still going to probably have Embiid, George, Maxey, and you're going to have McCain maybe in his third year.
They're going to make the playoffs that following year, 2027. You got the Flyers making it into the second round. The Flyers carry the mantle in 2027 for playoff games. So I got 5 the first year, 0 for the Sixers in 2027. How many for the Flyers?
I'm counting them up because they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals in 27.
In 2027. Behind who? Meats-Coff! Play the horn, Ray!
No, that's a little soon.
Oh, okay.
Let's say they get 2 series. They get 2 series in 27.
Okay.
That'll get them at least 4 or 5 home games.
So that gives them. Are they gonna be home in the first round?
I'm thinking they win.
So they would have to win 4.
Yeah, let's say they get 5 playoff games in 27.
Well, how's that possible? Because they would win the first series. They would have to win how many?
Well, I don't expect them to be a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Okay. So 3, you're saying?
So they'll get like 3 games. Let's say they win it in 6.
Okay.
They win it in 6.
And then they win 2 in the next round?
Wait, are we saying wins or actual appearances?
Wins.
I'm just counting games.
Oh, no, how many playoff games will they host?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just counting 5 hosts.
5 for the Flyers in 2027. And then it's going to go only up from there.
That's what I'm expecting.
Okay, so we got 5 and 5, and then you got 28, 29, and 30. So would it be fair to say 20? That you would get 20 games? Ray, are you thinking 20?
20 is the over-under?
Yes. What's the over-under?
I guess that's a fair over-under.
And would you go under or over the 20?
I'm going over because I will go out on a limb, and you're going to tell me this is me being a Flyer Stefford.
Well, you are. But
that there will be a Stanley Cup game. Not saying they're going to win the Cup. There will be a Stanley Cup game at the Xfinity Mobile Arena before it gets knocked down. That gives the Flyers 6 years to get to the Stanley Cup. I'm taking it. I'm taking it.
Are they going to win the Stanley Cup?
I didn't say that. I can't go that far.
You're very bold.
But they will.
So that would be 50,
they will make it.
That would be 56 years for that cup.
It's possible.
All right, let's go back to the phones. We got Vince in Delaware checking in. What's that? Wait, actually, Vince, we're going up against a break. We'll get you on the other side. We also have Vicente from Lansdowne checking in. We got Don from Huntington Valley and Greg from Bethlehem. They're all checking in today with the new phone system on the Mike Missanelli Show on General Knowledge Wednesday. Back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Goddard to stay. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McClain is reporting the Eagles have agreed to rework a deal with Dallas Goddard to keep the tight end in town. Of course, the veteran has been the subject to plenty of speculation this offseason about what his future looks like with the Eagles, and now it looks like the Eagles have their tight end for the 2025 season, much like the tight end they had for the 2024 season. Elsewhere in town, the Phillies with a win last night down in Tampa, 8-4 over the Rays. Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, Alec Boehm all homered at the game. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned runs, striking out 9 in the victory. Phillies look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field. Elsewhere in the NFC East, going back to the NFL conversation, the Cowboys traded a 3rd and a 5th round pick to the Steelers in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a 6th round pick. And in the NBA last night, the Pacers pulled off an improbable comeback. It was punctuated by a game winner from Tyrese Halliburton to take a 2-0 series lead over the Cavs. And out west, Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler leading the Warriors to a Game 1 win over the Timberwolves. This update's brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Get a wireless plan that saves you money and an extra trip. Switch to Straight Talk at your local Walmart while you shop for those little oranges that the kids love. It's real unlimited data with real convenience. I'm Ray Dunn in your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Vacation?
This is my theme song?
Your theme song for your favorite player on the Sixers.
Oh, this is
Quentin Grimes.
But I got to re-sign him.
Speaking of re-signing, explain the Dallas Goddard contract because I'm a bit confused by. It looks like he took a pay cut just to stay with the Eagles.
Correct. That's how it's looking. So Jeff McClain, who was first on this, saying that he was expected to stay in Philly, just gave more information that in essence it is a reworked deal. It will decrease his $14.25 million contract down to $10 million with a possible $1 million in incentives. So I'm not sure why Dallas Goedert would agree to the pay cut other than the fact that it lets him stay in Philly. He's still a free agent at the end of the year. In the McClain story, it looks like the Eagles allowed Goddard to kind of explore some options as far as a trade would go, but it made sense for him to stay here. So we'll see. I guess he's just banking on having a healthy season, and he makes his big payday next offseason.
Oh.
It's exactly what Josh Sweat did.
I don't understand. Is he betting on himself here? You would think he has more value, no? Around the league?
I'm guessing not. Because if his agent would have thought he would have gotten more money with another team, I think they would have
That's what
done
happens with an off-injured player. I guess they're afraid. All right, well, that's the story there. Let's go back to the phones with our new system. Vicente in Lansdowne checking in. What's up, Vicente?
Bonjour, mon ami Mikey Mir.
Hola, amigo Vicente. ¿Qué tal? I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Let me speak in French, please.
Oh, are you speaking in French? Oui, oui.
Bonjour, mon ami Mikey Mir.
Oh, Vicente. Oh, yes, oui, oui.
Aujourd'hui, j'aimerais te parler de notre chère équipe de baseball, les Phillies.
Vicente, do you speak French?
Oui, oui.
Oh, my God.
Je parle français.
Where did you learn French?
Oh, a long time ago. I can't tell you.
Oh, my God. This is a learned man here. I'm taking Spanish lessons. I'm so struggling. Man, look at you. You're just going boom, boom, boom.
So I wanted to translate what the fan said. He said, I like to listen to 97.5, the fanatic Phillies, Mike Missanelli.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Right. Can you hit that one? I didn't hear him mention Mike Missanelli.
97.5, Le Fanatique est la meilleure radio sportive du coin.
He didn't say Mike Missanelli.
The medium of the radio, you know.
Okay.
That's the fanatic. The fanatic.
The fanatic.
In 97.5, those numbers are 90 7.5.
Oh, that's Vicente. You're blowing me away here. That's very nice. What do you want to say about the Phillies, Vicente?
Come on.
I like it better when you went, hola, amigo, Mikey Miss.
Bonjour, mon ami, Mikey Miss. Okay? I want to tell you something. How you're supposed to deal with Billy Colarulo, okay?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think I abused Bill?
No, not enough.
Not enough. I agree. Right. I totally agree.
Okay. I'm going to tell you how the interaction between, the guys who work in the inside the NBA, Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, and Shaquille O'Neal. Last Saturday, they were interacting, and Ernie Johnson pointed out to Charles Barkley that decided not to wear a tie in his suit.
Yes.
And he said, "Oh, you're looking sloppy." and Barkley said, "Oh, I didn't want to take away from my face." And Ernie Johnson replied, he said, "Okay, good. That's not happening." And then Shaquille O'Neal came from the top and said to him 5 words: "Shut your ugly ass up." That's what you have to tell Bill Colarulo.
Shut your ugly ass up?
Correctamundo.
All right, now I'm going to keep that in mind, Vicente.
Google.
Vicente.
And the last thing I want to mention is I wanted to talk about the Phillies.
Yes.
The secret of Zach Wheeler's success is that he has improved his delivery. You know, Wheeler has punched out over 66 batters in only 51 innings. So that come up to a strike ratio of 11.6 in only 8 starts so far. So the
Yeah.
highest mark for his career.
He's got what they call
So he
easy
continues-
gas.
Correct.
Easy
So,
gas.
you know,
Well, sometimes that happens to us after the Mexican
he's
meal.
Gonna
but-
finish with he's going to finish with a career high of 264 strikes and 32 starts.
Yeah,
I tell you,
got
we
you.
can get. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Vicente.
Give me my easy.
I'm going to give you. It's a Phillies question.
General trivia question.
It's a
okay?
Phillies question.
Oh no! Change it,
No,
please.
it's a Phillies.
S'il vous plaît.
It's a Phillies question.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I don't
Sorry,
know anything.
Yes, you do. Who has the Phillies record for the most doubles?
Come on. For the most doubles, well, he has been victim by the doubles. It's JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto is
Every time he
incorrect.
bats-
No, we're talking about career here, Vicente. Career.
Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't get it, unfortunately. That means I hit the drop button. All right, well, I'm going to come back with Ray after I give the top of the hour. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, Beasley Media Group station, broadcasting live from the Comcast Business Studios, powering possibilities. You want to say something there, Bill?
I was going to say we're giving some cash away, aren't
We
we?
are giving some cash away. Let's hear the cash register.
The Fanatic signing bonus.
Yeah, it's time for the signing bonus. We did it earlier. We do it now. 5 times a day we do the signing bonus. Today's keyword for right now is loot. L-O-O-T. Loot. You have 25 minutes from now to enter it on the Fanatic mobile app or 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Each winner gets a call from Beasley. Be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules, 97.5 The Fanatic. The Fanatic signing bonus is sponsored by Live Casino Hotel Philadelphia, voted best casino in PA by Casino Player Magazine. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 and 10 a.m., 12 noon, and 3 and 5 p.m. So good luck to you. It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the news at noon. Hit it, Ray.
There's a whole lot going on in this world. It's time to catch up. Here's the news at noon. 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Oh, it's time for the news at noon with Ray Dunn. Ray, what do we have today?
All right, we got a couple of NBA stories sandwiched inside, but we got a Tom Brady quote that drove me nuts. But we'll start with the NBA and a budding friendship of 2 former 76ers. Jimmy Butler, you remember when he did the post game with Embiid when he was here, and it seemed like they just had a great time up there talking together? Well, he's found that in Golden State. He's found that in Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield tried to make a joke at Jimmy Butler's expense, talk about how he lost his joy with the Miami Heat earlier this season. The joke quickly turned on Buddy Hield when he realized didn't know what air quotes were. He was doing something with his hands that he didn't understand. Take a listen.
We had to make sure he got his joy back because somehow he lost his joy. We're not going to say where he lost his joy, but somehow he lost his joy.
Why do you keep doing this? Do you even know what these are called? What are they called?
2 fingers.
He was doing the air quote sign without knowing what the air quotes actually meant.
How's that possible? They worked perfectly with the air quotes. Lost his joy.
No, he was doing it right. He didn't know what he was using his fingers for. He didn't understand they were
He
air
didn't
quotes.
know what this meant.
No, he didn't know what that meant.
But he was doing it anyway?
He was doing it anyways.
Well, he must have had some. It went together. I'm confused.
Yeah.
He did the air quotes.
He did the air quotes things without knowing what air quotes, what it actually was.
So what did he think he was doing?
He thought he was doing something sarcastic, but he didn't know exactly what it was. He didn't know it was air quotes. He was just doing the 2 fingers to try and be obnoxious to Jimmy.
That's funny. That was funny. See how they had a funny there? I don't know, 4 minutes ago, I said Zach Wheeler has easy gas. And then I throw in, sometimes that happens to you when you have Mexican food. I got no reaction from either of you. Nothing.
Well, you were talking to Vicente.
No, I was not talking to Vicente. Vicente was gone. I was just throwing it out in the air. You had your head buried in the damn chat. Ray didn't even hear it. This is what I'm talking about. Sometimes an easy little laugh helps a host.
Well, when you and Vicente start going, I kind of lose interest.
You tune out. Like, what? I don't understand you.
Because I can't understand what the hell you two are saying to each other.
What are you talking about?
I thought you said it to him.
He speaks broken English. You can understand what he's saying.
I understand what
you
he's
just tune
saying.
out. You don't like Vicente.
Well,
There's something about Vicente that rubs you the wrong way.
Well, he's a little bit of a kiss ass with you. A little bit. Oh, Bill. You got to tell him to shut up.
He panders to me.
Without a doubt.
You resent it?
I could say that the sky is blue, and he would call up and be like, Mikey, miss, Bill is always wrong.
Listen, what I said wasn't a great joke, but it was worth a chuckle. Easy gas. He has easy gas. He throws easy gas. Sometimes that happens to us at the Mexican food. Just a little chuckle. I don't get anything. I
didn't think it was funny.
Go ahead, Ray. Move on.
All right, second one here. This Tom Brady quote. He was on. I hate to give either of the Paul brothers, and I didn't actually look which podcast of them, which one it was. They both are the same person to me. But Tom Brady went on their podcast, one of them, and was asked about Shedeur Sanders. And this type of just lame answer where he gives you nothing is exactly why I can't stand Tom Brady being a part of our media scene right now.
I mean, it's a good question. I wasn't a part of any evaluation process or to
Skip Bayless
see
says
that.
otherwise.
No. Well, everyone's got that's the problem with media is everyone can just say whatever they want. I actually texted Shedeur because I know him very well. And I said, dude, like whatever happens, wherever you go, like that's your first day. Day 2 matters more than the draft. I was 199.
Yeah.
So who could speak on it better than me? Like what that really means. Use it as motivation. You're going to get your chances. Go take advantage of it.
Why did Shedeur drop? Well, I can't believe Skip Bayless said that. And by the way, I was a 6th round pick in case you forgot because that's never been covered before. Give an opinion, Tom Brady. Have an opinion for once in your life. Please give us something substantive instead of just, I was the best quarterback of all time.
What bothered me about that is that he's totally naive on why Sanders wasn't picked there. So, you wouldn't tell the truth and tell the truth. You're now a media person. If you want to speak truth, you can speak truth.
See, maybe I'm in the minority here. I don't have a problem with the way Brady answered the question because he's not just a media guy. He's with the Raiders, Ray. He can't come out.
Then get off the media scene.
Yeah,
okay, that's a different argument.
You're a Brady hater. I can see it coming out of your pores.
I'm a Brady media hater at this point. He did enough in his career. I can't hate the guy for what he did as a player.
I'm not a Brady. I just wish he would say, it's not the same. It's not the same as my situation. It's clearly not the same as my situation. No. That's what he should be truthful about.
And I agree with both of you if he was just a media guy. And Ray's point that he should stop being a media guy, we could have that argument. But because he's a part of the Raiders organization, I don't think he's allowed to come out and say why Shedeur dropped.
He starts with, I wasn't a part of any evaluation process. So that's either a lie. And probably. If it's a lie, then just be honest that you can't answer the question.
Well, if he wasn't part of the evaluation process, then certainly he can say what his opinion is.
That's exactly it. So if he either lied to you and gave you the non-answer that should have been, hey, actually, I was a part of it and I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I agree
with
ridiculous.
It annoyed me a little bit, but not. It annoys you because you're a natural Brady hater. I'm not.
Yeah, you do hate Brady.
Well, because it goes into the fact that I don't think he can do his job to the best level because he's not allowed to actually give you color analysis as a color commentator.
All right.
That's where it comes back to. He's stealing money.
I got you. All right, let's move on to
all right, last one here. Speaking of people hating people, Draymond Green hating Dylan Brooks. This is just one of my favorite things going. So Draymond Green, by the way, Draymond Green's still in the postseason, still doing his podcast. Just want to point that one out in case there's any podcasters in town that might have stopped their podcast. Here's Draymond Green breaking down his hatred for Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks ran off the court. So when I say you see what guys is made of, he ran off the court like ain't shake nobody up. And you admitted that you was trying to hurt Steph Hand, which again, fine by me, bro. Like I get it, we all get it when you hoop. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be on that type of time,
you gotta be on that time all
in the press
You gotta be on
conference,
that time all the time.
You're gonna be talking. You're gonna be Mr. Big Bad Wolf. Don't lose and then not face the music. Don't be that guy because again. You lose a lot of respect for guys in that moment. I had a moment with Dylan Brooks back when he was with Memphis, and I said the dynasty start after you. And the reason I said that is because things like that. Don't be that guy, man. Like you don't
gotta teach him. You gotta teach him.
You lose a series.
You gotta teach him right.
But that's who Dylan Brooks is. You know what I'm saying? And we understand. Like you a sucker, man.
You know, the thing about Draymond Green is that Dylan Brooks has also been cast as a villain, and it dilutes Draymond Green's villain persona. That's what he's mad about. But in a way, he's right. But I got news for you. If I hate a guy, I don't want to stick around and shake his hand. Yeah, if I'm Dylan Brooks, I'm a sore loser, and I don't like Draymond Green, and I don't feel like shaking his hand, I'm going to have to gate too. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there.
I just love how long this feud's gone on. And I like the fact that it's going to continue.
I like it. All right. So let's take a break. 610-632-0975. Back to the phone calls and General Knowledge Wednesday after this.
We want to hear from you.
Mike Missanelli Show. Here's how you can get in. You can legitimately get in. It's 610-632-0975. Sounds like Brittany Howard. All right, Ray, I owe you a question. The audience for Ray 2, with the prize being a $50 gift card. Two $50 gift cards. $100 worth of Rita's? Damn.
Well, I think we have two winners.
Oh, we have 2 winners?
Yeah, I think each winner gets $50.
So 2 winners. So 2 $50 gift cards we're giving away, and one goes to one and one goes to the other.
Correct.
All right. Thanks for straightening that out, Bill.
That's why
12
I'm here.
o'clock hour is brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. You can learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. Don't forget our cash bonuses coming up 2 times in the afternoon show. All right, Ray. This is a Phillies question, and I'm going to give you a chance to steal. Who holds the Phillies record for the most doubles? And for extra credit, how many doubles are there?
Oh, no idea on that one, but I'll go Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins is correct.
Yeah, J-Roll.
Jimmy Rollins is correct, right? Give me a guess on how many doubles he has.
All right, so
Now never mind.
he's a 2000 hit club member.
He is.
He had 200 plus homers. So singles, doubles. If I had to start to work this one down, let's go 700 something.
700 is way high.
High?
457.
Wow, only 457.
457.
A lot of singles in there.
Good reasoning by you, though.
Yeah,
the way you
trying to-
did that in your head.
That is pretty good. Right.
That's a lot. How many singles then? Jeez.
A lot of singles.
A lot of singles.
Anyway,
well,
4-3. Ray cashes in.
It's getting close.
It is getting close. All right, let's go back to the phones, and we're going to talk to Don in Huntington Valley. He's been hanging for a long time. Don, thanks for hanging so long. We appreciate the call.
What's going on, Mike? It's actually John, but...
John, I'm sorry. It says Don from Huntington Valley, but it's John from Huntington Valley. Go ahead, John.
So, I definitely agree with you on a lot of the Phillies issues, and I truly believe if Crawford is going to be your future center fielder, he should be in center field right now, taking his lumps and getting some experience. And you should definitely go shop Rojas and Marsh and see if you can get some kind of bullpen help. And
that would be a
also
bold
think that-
step. Now, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to that if you're going to trade both those guys to get a good relief pitcher.
Right. And Bohm is not a power hitter. He's a singles, doubles, gap hitter. And he's not the best third baseman. But if you could package him...
He's not a bad
with
third baseman.
Ranger-
He gets. I think he doesn't give enough credit for being a good third baseman.
He's gotten better.
I would say he's average.
I don't think he's average. I think he's pretty good.
All right. But I would still try to figure something out where maybe I can move him. If you're not going to sign Ranger, Ranger, and maybe Mick Abel or something, and go get maybe Halsey and Arenado or something, and solve your right-handed power bat, third base, and
that's interesting. I don't know if I would do all of that. Now, I want to process the center field situation first because we got to fit him in the batting order somewhere if he's ready to go. And I don't know what the Phillies think, whether they're even thinking that he's ready to go.
Well, he's in what, AAA now?
Correct.
In AAA, and he's playing well in AAA. Now, let's face it, the Phillies aren't in dire situation here. Like, they don't need to do anything dire. They're still a good team, and they're in the mix.
Right. But, I mean, defensively, would you say he's as good or maybe just a slight step behind Rojas?
Yeah, it's probably comparable. I don't know if he's as good as Rojas, but he's comparable.
And how about offensively?
Offensively, he should be a better player than Rojas.
Then, to me, it's
yeah. But the problem is there's a big leap, man. You've only been in AAA for a little bit, and then you're going to go to the major leagues and face that kind of pitching. Like, I don't know if they need to do that just yet, whether the situation is dire. Because their center field situation, Rojas has not been dire. Marsh has been a little more dire. But, I would wait a little bit longer.
I just feel like if he's your future, he's not going to get the experience without getting experience.
I get it, but there's a lot of time for experience for a guy if you already have a team that's pretty viable.
Right. And it's in his DNA to be a friggin' professional baseball player.
I get it. I know. There's a lot of DNA that doesn't match up, but I hear you. All right, man. Let me give you a general knowledge question. Have you ever read the book The Iliad?
I have not.
You are aware of the Iliad and the Odyssey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Homer, right?
Yes, it is Homer. What war was the subject of the Iliad? That's a tough question.
Is there a horse involved?
There is.
Was it Athens versus?
There was a horse involved.
The Trojan War?
It was the Trojan War. Oh my God, Don, under the wire. Hold on a second. How about you, man? The audience gets their 5th right answer today.
Yeah, give him a little hint.
Trojan War is correct.
Gave him a little hint.
You did. Ray didn't appreciate that whatsoever.
No,
pretty masterful though.
It was
the Trojan horse?
Well, it was. It was
you know the story, right? Right.
Yes. I'm familiar. Thank you.
It all started.
Bill was about to educate you, right?
Yeah.
He's disappointed now that he can't educate you.
That whole war started over a woman, didn't it?
I believe it did.
Helen of Troy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. Holy mackerel.
Look at that.
I'm working with geniuses today.
A lot of Trojan
You always
knowledge.
are working with geniuses. You just fail to realize.
610-632-0975. A fun show today since we got caller involvement. I love it. Mike Missanelli Show continues on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Got it to stay. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McClay is reporting the Eagles have agreed, to a rework deal to keep Dallas Goedert in town. The veteran tight end was the target of a ton of speculation this offseason about whether or not he would remain in Philadelphia. There was a lot of conversation on both sides of whether or not a trade would be worked out, he'd be released, but it looks like the tight end will be back with the Birds for the 2025 season. The Eagles not the only team in the NFC making moves today. The Cowboys traded 3rd and 5th round pick to the Steelers in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a 6th round pick. Dallas still trying to figure out what they're going to do with the Micah Parsons deal, but they now fortified their offense for Dak Prescott and crew. Phillies won 8-4 last night, powered by home runs for Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, struck out 9 in the win. The Phillies will look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field tonight. In the NBA last night, Pacers pulled off the improbable comeback. Tyrese Halliburton, a game winner, taking a 2-0 series lead over the Cavs. And out west, the Warriors with a win over the Timberwolves take game 1 of that series. This update is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. 2 guys drive home, 1 wore a seatbelt, 1 guy didn't. 1 made it home to his family, 1 guy didn't. Click it, don't risk it, from the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
Show 97.5 The Fanatic. I just did a commercial for the great Kia Telluride. And I don't even know if this is the case, so I'm floating it out there. Because anybody has a feature in their car like this. I noticed that when I park the car, and I'm taking my dog around, my dog is with me, and I'll stop, go to a grocery store and leave the dog in the car for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And I crack the windows a whole bit. Invariably, I've noticed that my car alarm goes off. And I'm thinking, I got the keys in my pocket wrong. I must be pressing the alarm key like it's a pocket dial of some sort. Is it possible that this car has the feature that senses that you leave maybe a baby in the car or a dog in the car? The cars have those features now?
It's possible because when my kids are in the back seat, when I get out, my car reminds me to check the back seat because it knows that there's weight back there.
I get that also.
So it may have that similar feature.
That's not the same thing. This is a different thing. I get the message, make sure you take stuff out of the back.
Yeah.
But this is different. I'll be walking in the grocery store, and I'll hear, and I have to press the button. But it's happened many times. And I realized that the correlation is the dog is always in the car. Now, the dog's not pressing a button.
You sure about that?
I don't think so. Well, like, what button?
I could see Shima being like, this bastard left me in the car again.
What button could the dog be pushing? There's no button in the back. I think it's a sensor that senses that you've left
something that's moving around.
Yes, in the car.
And you locked it. It's possible. What do you got? Is this the Kia or the Mercedes?
The Kia Telluride. It just dawned on me yesterday that that's what could it be? Because I go, okay.
Yes.
It is the feature?
It says it's triggered by motion. There's a motion sensor in the car that will sound the horn and flash the lights so that the vehicle owner knows they left someone or something in the car.
That is unbelievable.
That's pretty awesome.
Because I started to think, I'm thinking I'm doing a pocket dial. But it never happens when I'm in my house. Like my alarm, when I park it in the driveway, it never goes off.
Yeah, it's called the rear occupant alert, which you know because it will remind you, but it senses motion.
That's an incredible feature, man.
It is good.
A baby in the car.
Well, you ever see I see it on social media, all these idiots who leave their kids in the car, go into a casino or something along those lines. Like, it's ridiculous.
Now, they wouldn't care. If they're going to the casino, they don't hear that because they're in the casino. They're not hearing the thing. But I hear it, like, when I'm walking in. As soon as I walk, like, I get to the entrance of the grocery store, I'll hear it. And I go, damn, wow, my car? And then I have to hit it, and it happens again.
Dude, this is wild. I'm reading it right now. So Kia specifically has this. Here's a breakdown of how it works. There's 3 different things that it does. The first is the initial alert that tells you to check the back seat. The second alert is based off of motion detection, and that's what you're experiencing with the lights. And then the third is it will actually call your phone if you have the Kia Access app on your phone. It's actually going to tell you on your phone you left your kids.
That's pretty amazing. I don't have the app, but now I know what it's about. I'm going to because what the hell's wrong with the keys in my pocket? Are they're squished to the point they're hitting that horn all the time?
Your pants are a little tight.
All right. Well,
I was looking at it. You had a quarter in your pocket today. It was from 1998. I could see the year.
I'm glad we got that straightened out there. Wow, that's a great feature. Now I'll have to use it on the ad all the time. Let's talk about the NBA. What is it about the NBA away teams winning?
It's crazy, right?
No home team has won yet.
Not in this series. This round.
The Warriors beat Minnesota there. The Pacers have taken 2 in Cleveland over the Cavaliers. What?
I may want to go back.
Tyrese Halliburton, when he misses a free throw, how is it possible? He misses a free throw. He gets his own rebound. He's allowed to dribble behind the three-point line and get off a shot.
And drains it.
How is it possible?
I don't know, but I want to go back to a question that you posed on Friday, I believe. Would you trade Tyrese Maxey for Tyrese Halliburton? And I said no. I'm starting to rethink that after what this kid is doing in the playoffs so far this year. And you know what's wild, though? You're telling me that Tyrese Halliburton, I know it's only 2 games, but they're up 2-0 and they took both in Cleveland. You're telling me that Tyrese Halliburton is going to get his team out of the second round before Joel Embiid did?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
It's crazy. But that's why all the arguments that we make and the ways we defend Joel, and I've been guilty of it too. Oh, well, he hasn't had the supporting cast all the time. Tyrese Halliburton, I know he's got a supporting cast, but he's carrying this team.
All right, let me run these by you because, I advise my clients to take the big favorites 2 nights ago. That same card is tonight. You know what's great about the NBA? You got games every night, and you got TNT every night, and you got the whole crew every night.
Well, that's why, going back to the question of how many playoff games do we get at this new Xfinity Mobile Arena in the next 6 years, when the Sixers and the Flyers are both good, you get almost every night. You got the Sixers one night, then you get the Flyers the next, all playoff series. It's the best time of year. You got the Phillies going. We've been robbed of it over the last.
We really have. But tonight, in Boston, Game 2, the Celtics-Knicks. The Knicks found a way to beat them. Well, they dared them to shoot silly 3-point shots. Boston tonight is a 10.5-point favorite, Bill.
Boston, I think,
crushes
smokes them tonight.
You like a crush job.
Well, they're not going to miss 45 threes, or whatever the hell it was.
I kind of like it. Now, the other game, Oklahoma City is minus 10.5.
That'll be interesting. I didn't think Denver was going to win that game in Game 1, and they did. But I think OKC, you probably should take the home favorites tonight.
To cover.
I think in both instances. Denver always makes me nervous, though, because you just never know when the Joker's going to go off. But I'm taking SGA tonight. I think they're going to I would take both favorites to cover.
I don't know about OKC cover. I think Denver can keep that close. Boston, I agree with you. I think Boston ought to smoke them tonight.
I don't know, though. 10 points is a lot of points, man. As you see, tomorrow night, they got Minnesota as 10-point favorites, too, over Golden State.
Well, see, that's the give-back night. You lose a game at home, the coach kicks your ass in practice, and you come and you get ready for the game. And then the coach of Minnesota ripped his star player, too. 610-632-0975. We got Scott and Daniel and Greg and everybody else who wants to check in on our new phone system. The Mike Missanelli Show continues.
Wednesday, May 7th.
Conclave is still going on. They're about to break for lunch, Bill. And Anders Arborellis, the cardinal from Sweden, has been quoted as saying, "Pasta again."
Are you serious,
Bring
Clark?
out the boiled fish. No, it's a joke.
I know. I got you. I said, "Are you serious, Clark?" Can you know the movie?
What's that? Was that one of the
Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, one of those.
When Chevy Chase says that they just spotted Santa's reindeer over wherever, and then the wife goes, "Are you serious, Clark?"
Oh.
Anyway, you didn't laugh. I didn't laugh at you.
No,
you didn't laugh at me.
I didn't hear the Clark. Ray doesn't even laugh. See, that was pretty funny. See, the Swedish candidate pasta again, because they don't eat pasta over there. They have a bland diet.
I gave you the rim shot.
Oh,
That's Ray's voice.
all right.
I told you I'm a silent laugher, and I don't leave my mic on continuously.
Have you washed your right hand yet since Kendrick slapped it the other night? Has that been washed?
You're going to find out real quick whether my hand's been washed.
Boy, don't take no crap from anybody, Ray.
Is that a threat?
That is.
That is. Send me to HR. I need a trip to Florida.
Right. Let's go back to the phones because we got Scott in Northeast Philly checking in. Was this the Scott I met the other night? I think I met him the other night at that charity event. Is this you, Scott?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Is this the same Scott?
Yes, it is. It was a pleasure meeting you, Mike.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Scott. You know what Scott said to me?
Yeah.
He goes, you look a lot better in person than you do on TV.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
What am I missing?
I gotta tell you.
I'm sitting right here, Scott. What am I missing?
It's the truth. I look at myself on TV. I go, is that me, really?
You know what hurts us, though, on the
What?
YouTube, especially from your seat, is that light shines right down on your head.
I know. And it makes my nose look big. Yeah.
Well, people say you have thinning hair. You got a great head of hair.
I do have a nice head of hair.
But under the light.
I got a beautiful head of hair.
I'm jealous.
Scott, what else you got?
Yeah, Mike, I got to tell you, you look great the other night, but I got to tell you, your tie pulled everything together.
I showed Bill that tie. I said, Bill, this is how you dress, brother.
You know what the best was? You had that hint of yellow to match your beautiful girlfriend's dress.
Yep.
Who is this? Is this Vincente again? What's going on here?
Yeah, it worked, Scott.
And
I was
Mike,
hooked up.
Mike.
Yes, we were
I
hooked
gotta
up.
tell you something. You're a knotsman. Your knot was impeccable.
I know, it was a
my
nice
friend.
Windsor.
That is a good. It is a good tie.
It was a
pulled
good
off.
Windsor. Yes,
A
sir.
double Windsor or a regular?
It was a straight Windsor.
Your knot was. It was impeccable.
Hey, sorry
All
about
right.
my knot,
Get
Bill.
to your sports points. My God, what are we doing here?
I had a good knot.
Okay. First of all, the NBA playoffs are fabulous this year. They're just great to watch. And I have a Sixers question for you.
Yes, sir.
So let's say the Sixers come back with the same team next year, and beat Georgia Maxey. And there's a guy available. He's 6'10", plays defense, rebounds, because you do need rebounding. That's what the Sixers lack. And they do need perimeter defense because the inside defense they haven't beat. So there's this guy available. He's 6'10", plays good D, rebounds, and he doesn't demand the ball offensively.
Who are you talking
Are
about?
you signing him?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
I'm just asking. There's a 6'10"
I would like a center like that. Yeah, I haven't seen enough now with the NBA where centers that do that kind of thing exemplify everybody else on the squad.
Okay, so then you would sign Ben Simmons.
No.
Why?
because
exactly what I
he has no desire to play. You're missing that part of it. You're looking at his size and what he does. He doesn't have a desire to play anymore. He's a fraud.
Yeah, but if you could sign him for like the league minimum, he's going to give you that.
He's not going to give you anything. He's not going to give you squat. He can't play anymore. They can't even put him on the floor.
Okay, so do you think that he's going to be the only player to go from the maximum to the minimum?
I guess he's done. He's finished. They can't even put him on the floor. He's a benchman right now.
I know, but someone's going to sign the guy.
I doubt it. Why would you sign him? He doesn't give you anything.
Yeah, but for like $4 million, I mean, it's not worth it. just to have a guy that can play defense and rebound?
You're missing the part where he can only play like 10 minutes. What are you going to do with a guy like that?
I understand that, but maybe he owes the city something.
Scott, I would never bring him here in a million
I am
years.
who I am.
In a million years. As much as you like my tie, I got to disagree with you, brother.
The call started out bad and it got worse.
All right, man, I'm going to give you a general knowledge question. You ready for general knowledge question?
You got it, buddy.
All right, here it is. This is musical acts by the letter G. So if I say, I will survive.
Gloria, what, you want the name of the artist?
Yes.
Gloria something.
That's not enough.
I don't know her last name.
Scott, I'm sorry.
Gloria Gaynor.
Gloria Gaynor.
Oh, he got
it. The buzzer was sounded. He said it after the buzzer. What do you think, Bill?
I'm going to let Ray make the decision. Well, Ray's bias. I think only because of his take about how good you looked and Ben Simmons. He's out.
No, he's in.
He's out.
Scott's in.
All right, that means it's a 6-3
Compliment
game.
my tie. I was hooked up, brother.
You did look good. You did look good.
Was spectacular.
And the GF looked great as well.
Yes, she did.
But hold on, let's just go back to this real quick. Scott's thing about Ben Simmons. Could you imagine trying to sell this fan base on the idea of not only are we running it back with Embiid, George, and Maxey, not only are we bringing back Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, but great news, Sixers fans, we're bringing Ben Simmons as a rotational piece.
I swear to God, I thought he was talking about Bam Adebayo. I thought he was going to say Bam Adebayo.
No, Ben Simmons.
That's who I thought he was describing.
Once he didn't say the name, I thought he was going down the Ben Simmons.
You did?
Yeah.
God, come on. I didn't even. There wasn't even a thought in my head that somebody could suggest that mutt would come back here.
You know what? Bring back Markelle Fultz too. They need a point guard.
No, they don't. No, they don't need any of that stuff. Good Lord.
Yeah, that was pretty.
All right, let's go back to the phones.
Well, what about Ray's question?
Rapid fire here. Oh, Ray. Yeah,
Ray needs to get a question.
Ray gets a question. Sorry about that, Ray. All right, Ray. Faith and Careless Whisper.
Oh, crap.
You know this one, Ray. It's Kelly Kapowski's favorite artist on Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, because that helps me. Guy that was alive in the 90s.
You got to have faith.
Yeah.
Careless Whisper.
I know. Careless Whisper is going to be what
Just
kills
stay
me.
out of bathroom rest stops. Was that him?
Yes, that was him. But Ray's naive to that.
Yeah.
Ray
George
didn't know
Michael.
that park.
He said
bathroom.
it. He said it.
What'd you say?
George Michael?
Your ass are in. Oh, look at this.
That was
Oh,
the
man.
one artist I could think of with
Ray.
Careless Whisper that came to mind.
It's 5-4. Ray's creeping.
That is a great
So
song.
I think it's still 6-4. I want to give these.
It
the
is. It's
audience
6-4.
credit.
Is it?
6-4. That's the tally I have.
All right, the audience.
Never gonna dance again.
Yeah, enough.
These guilty feet have got no rhythm.
I don't need it.
Man, I am good.
I don't need that.
If I wasn't sports talk guy, if I wasn't so good at this.
6-1. See, you wonder. And I'm mean. I'm mean to him.
I'm giving no reaction.
I'm mean to him. All the 610-632-0975. Mike Missanelli Show. General Knowledge Renze continues right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Got her to stay. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McClain is reporting that the Eagles agreed to a rework deal to keep Dallas Goedert in town. The tight end has been subject to trade rumors and plenty of speculation this offseason about whether or not he would remain an Eagle, and it seems that he will be a Bird for the upcoming season. Elsewhere in the NFC East, the Cowboys traded a 3rd and a 5th round pick to the Steelers today in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a 6th round pick, so they shore up their offensive side of the ball. The Phillies won 8-4 last night, powered by home runs from Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned runs, striking out 9 in the win. The Phillies will look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch for that one, 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field tonight. And in the NBA last night, the Pacers pulled off an improbable comeback. Tyrese Halliburton with the game winner, a 2-0 series lead now for the Pacers over the Cavs, and the Warriors win out west, powered by Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield, getting themselves past the Timberwolves in Game 1. This update is brought to you by Macy's Backstage. What you find at Macy's Backstage? How about Mother's Day gifts? Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. Find a location near you at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price on trend, arriving daily. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5TheFanatic.com.
Founders are so good.
Give him his money.
Very well done.
Yeah, it's a great movie, man.
He's got to be the worst friend on earth.
Edward Norton's character.
Yeah.
Terrible friend.
What a bad guy.
I know.
What a little wormy creep.
Well, his name was Worm.
Yeah, and he liked being called Worm. All right, so this is Mike Missanelli Show, 610-632-0975. I want to make one point here. You know what bothers me? That news reporters have no idea about sports. Have you ever noticed the news reporter when they have to give a sports report, they're like fish out of water, they can't get the name right or whatever.
You're talking about just the standard, not a sports guy.
Yeah,
or girl.
It's like sports is so beneath them that they don't have to take the time to know sports, right?
Do you have an example?
Well, I have a total example. Yesterday, at a Trump press conference with the Canadian Prime Minister next to him, says the following. I love Canada. I have a lot of respect for the Canadians. You happen to have a very, very good hockey player right here on the Capitals. He's a big, tough cookie, too. Just broke the record. Now, if you're a news reporter who knows that he's talking about Alex Ovechkin, do you not say, excuse me, Skip, are you talking about Alexander Ovechkin? He happens to be Russian.
Yeah, it's a little...
why would no one come back at him?
Because they didn't know either.
They didn't know either. Because the news reporter doesn't know crap about sports.
I got to be honest, though. You don't have to know much about sports or hockey to know that Ovechkin is Russian. I think everybody pretty much realizes that, right?
I'm just saying, if I'm in the audience, I go, no, hold on. Raise my hand. The guy you're talking about, he happens to be Russian, Skip. Oh my God. I'm flabbergasted.
Did they win last night, the Capitals?
The hockey's still going on?
It is.
I wasn't aware. Did the Capitals play last night?
I believe that they did. They lost 2-1.
They lost 2-1.
Dude, I haven't been. I'm a huge hockey fan, and I haven't been paying attention. I'm just so frustrated.
Let's go back to the phones. Daniel is calling from Los Angeles. Been hanging for a while. Daniel, thanks for holding. Thanks, and welcome to the show.
Oh, hey, Mike. So I just wanted 2 points, one about the Phillies and one about Bill. So the Phillies, I think we pretty much could try to move Ranger, but I don't think we should do it now because I don't think there's going to be a team out there that's going to give you anything for him this early in the season.
I disagree. I disagree. I think he's got a track record as a starting pitcher. People are desperate for starting pitching. He was a performer. They know that about him. He's got good value.
Yeah, and Dombrowski, he kind of blew it by letting Hoffman walk. I mean, he's killing it with the Blue Jays, and he really missed out on that.
Well, listen. In retrospect, Hoffman has started to leak a little bit, and then nobody wanted to sign him because they got bad medical reports on him. Now, I don't know what rejuvenated him, but yeah, he's looking good right now. But at the time, there were some questions.
And so about Bill, so I've been listening to you for a while, and this is the first time I've actually seen a co-host that actually is right about a lot of stuff, and you're kind of on the wrong side a lot now. So I gotta
get him, Daniel.
Wait. Get him. Wait. Bill's on the wrong side of a lot, or I am?
No, you are. I feel like you've always been right most of the time, but now Bill is kind of coming out of the woodwork.
He's met his match.
Getting a lot of things right.
Bill, you were right all along. All right. Well, listen, I think Bill appreciates the compliment, Daniel. Now, would you like to play general knowledge?
Sure, yeah.
All right, Bill. Not you. This is for Daniel. Daniel, who sang?
Yeah.
Who? No, let me get this one for you. Who directed the movies Vertigo and The Birds?
The Bird and Vertigo.
The Birds, where they had a bunch of attacking crows.
Oh, was it Alfred
Hitchcock?
That's correct.
Great,
Look
great
at my
call
man.
by Daniel. Daniel knows his stuff, man. Daniel knows his stuff.
I feel that Bill has been right lately.
He said he's been listening to you forever.
Let's see. He said Alec Boehm's going to hit a home run. He took a shot.
Oh, there's been many other things, but you're listening to the WPEN.
The audience is just, they're piling it 7-4.
Yeah, they're crushing right now.
Anyway, it's 1 o'clock, and you're listening to the Mike Missanelli Show, 97.5, The Fanatic, WPEN, WPN HD1, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. And we broadcast live with new phone system from the Comcast Business Studios today. The General Knowledge Prize today, 2 $50 gift cards to read it. So we're giving 2 lucky contestants that got questions correctly. They'll be picked random at the end, but we're giving away 2 $50 gift cards to Rita's. Spring is here. Take the family out to your local Rita's today and try their new Cola Ice Treats. Get the Rita's quick. Cola Treats are here just for a limited time only. Now, think about these gift cards. You have to pick them up at the station, but we're easy to find.
Oh, they do have to come here and pick it up.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. But to Daniel's point about Hoffman, and you mentioned it.
Is there a problem with that?
No, I didn't know they had to pick him up.
As far as you're concerned?
No, I just...
Okay. All right.
In
I didn't know
2025,
how you were involved in
thought we could do digital.
all right.
But his
Really?
point on Hoffman.
Really? You get these 2 nice gift cards, and you're complaining they're not.
I'm not complaining.
Kind of seems like you're complaining.
I'm not complaining. They could come in. They could say hello.
Will they?
Now, do you think with the Hoffman thing with Dombrowski?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the injury. Orioles thought they had a deal. He didn't pass their physical and all that. But did the
Atlanta
Phillies
also thought they had a deal?
Did the Phillies not bring him back because of that, or because of what it was going to cost?
I think a little bit of both. But I think if they thought he was totally reliable, they probably would have given him $10 million. I think they got scared at the end. He lost his way a little bit. And, Hoffman was a guy who has been in and out in his career. So I guess they're figuring, well, he's hit, he's out now. And that's the value judgment they made. But it was a bad judgment.
Because he ended up getting what? Toronto gave him 3 years, right? 3 years, about $11 million a year.
Yeah. Now, speaking of contracts, I was reading this thing today, and I forget where I read it. But Schwarber, in an extension, 4 years, $100 million. I couldn't sign that contract fast enough if I was the Phillies.
So you'd give him 4?
I would give him 4 years. Are you kidding me?
So he would be.
He's 31 now?
No, he's going to be 33 on opening day.
He's going to be 33?
So if you're talking next year, he'll be 33, 34, 35. He'll be 36 when the contract ends, I guess?
I'm giving him $25 million a year for the next 4 years. I can't afford not to give him that. He's a home run hitter.
I think I would give it to him as well. But when it comes to home run hitters like he is, do you expect... He hasn't declined. I mean, he's on pace to have his best season ever.
First of all, he's a DH. So it's not like he's wearing down where he has to go into the field all the time.
Correct, but what that's going to do then, and I think you'd be okay, but if you give him 4 years, then that means Harper is not your DH for 4 years, which I think it's okay.
He can play first base.
He can play first base for another 4. I think I would do it as well, but if he wants that 5th year, now I'm starting to get a little nervous. I think 4 years would have to be the
4
max.
years, $100 million. I signed today. Like, that to me is a bargain. To pay him $25 million a year for 40 home runs a year? Come on, man. That's valuable.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do it.
Listen, you look at the home run hitters you have in your lineup now. You have Harper, who's going to top out at 30. I don't think he's ever going to be a more than, well, he may be 35, but he's in that 30, 35 range at this stage of his career. Castellanos is what? A 20 home run guy?
Well, Castellanos, I doubt is here.
You got to have you got to have that 40 piece in your lineup.
Well, Castellanos is 33 now. But next year is the final year of his deal, so I doubt they're not renewing his contract.
They probably will not renew his contract.
Yeah, so he's probably
So you need that consistent bopper that's going to give you home run power.
And his leadership.
Right. It's a no-brainer, man.
But would you do it now?
I would absolutely do it right now.
If you're Dombrowski, are you trying to get that contract signed now, or are you waiting?
Now. Why would I wait? What's going to happen that I would have to wait? I want that guy locked in.
Yeah, now, our buddy MBD in the YouTube chat saying if he's Kyle Schwarber, though, he's saying, I'm not signing now. I'm in the middle of a career season.
Oh, Kyle
I'll
Schwarber.
get my big payday in the offseason.
I'm a DH, okay? That's all I got to look at this. I'm with a good team. I'm appreciated here. The fans are great. $100 million I'm going to make for the rest of my career. I'm signing in. I'm in. I'll take the $100 million. That's easy money.
Man, $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the phones and talk to Frank in Connecticut. Frank, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Frankie?
Hey, how you doing, guys? Great show.
Good, Frank.
Yes. Do you guys notice it that every time Trumps win, we win a Super Bowl?
Every time who wins?
The Eagles. When the Eagles win the 2 Super Bowls,
yeah,
who's the president? Trump.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I got a story for you. So you was talking about you left your dog inside the car.
Yeah.
So my wife had experience. She went to the store and left the dog inside for like 5 minutes, and she was so lucky that the lady was walking next to the car. She was part of the organization that protects animals. Like I don't know if it's PCA, something like that. Anyway, so she called the cop, and my wife, she's so lucky again that the cop, it was just right there, and they break her window and everything and took the dog. My wife has to go to court, and now she cannot have no dogs anymore.
Oh boy! Well, she didn't leave the window.
If I was you, I would stop that.
Well, no. I listen. I'm. There's nobody more conscious of dogs than me. I open
and
off.
You know what?
I open all 4 windows,
funny?
bro. What?
The lady that called the cops, she was right there in the court with a billboard and everything.
Well, listen, people stand up for animal rights. I got no problem with that. I crack all 4 windows. I put them down 2 inches each. So I got an airflow going through that. I'm totally aware of that. And I would never do that on a hot day. I just had to run to the store for a couple of things. It takes me like 10 minutes.
She had it open, but you don't.
She had it open. She had it open? Well,
yeah.
Well, if she had it open,
a little bit.
maybe that lady was out of line. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie.
All right, guys.
All right, you got it, buddy. You want to play general knowledge with us?
No, actually, I want Ray to lose.
You want?
Give it to somebody else.
All right. You want Ray to lose.
Wait, how does that work? If you want me to lose, maybe you should answer the question, coward.
Coward, he called.
I want Ray to lose.
He doesn't want to mess it up. He doesn't want to mess up the streak.
You got a 3-question lead right now. It's the 1 o'clock hour. You think that your question's going to be the difference here?
That's correct.
Frank?
All right. See, Ray's all piffed.
Yeah, I'm going to break the new phone system.
He's piffed. 610-632-0975. Uh-oh. Dr. Mad Alpha's on the line for his first call with the new phone system. That's coming up. Don't miss it.
Andrew Salciunas.
A victory lap today because he predicted he took a shot at the dark. And said that Alec Bowman hit a home run last night. And all the social media is all Twitter. Oh, Bill, you're the greatest. Oh, Bill, you're so right all the time.
Made people some money,
Bill,
man.
you were right all along.
Now, Ricky Batalico is coming at me saying that he had an even better prediction than I did because Ricky Bo, after our show, not only said that Bohm was going yard, he said Schwarber was going yard. So Ricky Bo would have made you even more money if you were listening
Don't
to
they
him.
do that as like on the pregame show where they predict stuff like that?
They do. He wasn't on the pregame show, though.
Oh, he wasn't?
No, he did it on our station.
Oh, who was on the pregame show?
I think it was Ben Davis.
Oh, Ben was on?
Yeah, it was Ben and
it was Danny Pommel's.
Danny Pommel's.
Oh, Danny doing a little night work?
Rocking the Jordans.
Oh, Johnny Sunshine. Well, I woke up to Johnny Sunshine today. It was sunshine coming through my window and sunshine coming through my TV.
Well, he was on NBC?
Yeah, he did the morning thing.
Because he's been posting a lot from Truist.
They taped that at like, midnight?
I think later sometimes.
Yeah?
I think they wait until everything's done. And
Sunshine was all sunshined up, man, after that win.
Yeah, and he's been covering Truist, where we'll be tomorrow.
Oh, has he been? Has he been there?
I've been seeing
golf tournament? America's guest at the golf tournament?
I've been seeing him post a lot of content.
John Clark has never, ever missed a media golf outing. He's on the Joe DiMaggio streak. He's at 56 consecutive freebies.
I don't blame him, man. I would, too, if we were invited to these places. Like, Rory McIlroy spoke today at Truist, and he was talking about how great this area is for golf, and he referenced Aronimink, he referenced Merion, because we got 2 big PGA events coming there in the next few years. But tomorrow, we're going to be at another great one, Philly Cricket tomorrow.
We will be at Philly Cricket. Now, I know I teased a little earlier that I'm going to have Daryl Morey on. We have not apparently been confirmed with that, so I'm in the dark just like you. I still would love to hear from the people. If you have a burning question that you want me to ask Daryl Morey, I already have some burning questions I'm going to ask him. There's no question about it. But if you have one, just email me, mikemiss@bbgi.com. And I'll do my best. I'll say, listen, the fans want to know this.
Yeah, and once we get confirmation, Ray, we're still waiting on it, right?
I am still, if we're waiting through confirmation for me, I'm still
so
waiting.
this is like a pre-tease.
Yeah, but we are going to get them. It will happen, hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will happen.
Yeah, and we'll have all kinds of exciting guests on from the golf tournament, by the way. We're going to have the guy in charge of the greens. We're going to have the pro over there, Jim Smith, good man.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Now, we got to get there super early because we got to park in the media lot and then take a shuttle over. It's going to be this is a big event here. Now, my understanding is
big hardship.
Bill
used to just driving up to the gate.
I am. Me, you, and Ray are going to be working. But my understanding is Ricky Batalico will be there as a spectator tomorrow.
Oh, he's going as a spectator?
He's going to just enjoy the day.
Well, maybe he could stop in with us.
That's what I told him. We're going to have to get him on. Because I was telling him that we were going to have Ray walking around with the mic like, it's a tough lie that he has here on 17.
Yeah.
And Ricky said, Ray doesn't know enough about golf. I'll do that.
Oh, good.
So maybe we give Ricky the mic.
That's great.
This putt breaks left to right.
Yeah.
I'll go get a couple transfusions. He could do the whole golf commentary thing. We're fine.
Yeah, Ray's already drinking.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's already drinking. Every time he has
I didn't even know you knew
microphone-
what a transfusion was, right?
I only learned about it at the Brian Dawkins golf outing last year.
Every time he's got a microphone, he's in the crowd. He's got a couple pops. Yeah,
is that true?
Yeah.
He is only 25.
Like the parade.
Well, yeah, the parade was the parade.
He had a couple. He had a couple pops. You'd be on the golf course and a couple pops. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, it's a golf tournament, right? We're there as spectators.
It is a golf tournament. All right. 610-632-0975. Ray, we have not gone to the text board all day. I have been so excited about our new phone system as the Frenchman, Damian, who hooked all this stuff up for us today. I was all excited, so I haven't gone to the text board. Do we have the volume of text compared to the phone calls today, Ray?
Oh, yeah, we still got the volume of text.
Let's see, we got the text. Give me like 4 good ones.
Oh.
Are there 4 good ones?
Well, I mean, to find 4 good ones, I would have had to
give me 2.
Gone through
Just
this.
give me 2.
All right. Someone suggested Ranger could be moved to the Cubs since they need a starting pitcher without Justin Steele. San Diego.
Oh, I like
could
that.
Use one.
I like that.
Yankees.
But they're not
going to
give you Justin Steele.
No. They mean Castillo's out.
Oh, Castillo. What did I say? Justin Steele. Who the hell's that?
They're starters after the year.
He's out for the
Cubs.
year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what? Did that person say that?
They're suggesting that Ranger could be traded there because the Cubs could be in need of a starter.
Oh, okay. I get it. I misheard you. Okay.
Chris from Plymouth Means saying 4 years, $100 million is a steal for Schwarber. I would have a club option and consider a player option for the 5th year.
Okay.
If Bill is so confident in his baseball knowledge, who's hitting a home run tonight? Dan in Warmington.
Yeah, let's hear. Bill, who hits a home run tonight for the Phillies in that minor league ballpark?
So
you want to push? You want to press your luck here?
I will press my luck. Now, this isn't really going out on that much of a limb, but I'm going with Bryce tonight. So Bryce has the second best odds at a home run tonight. He's at plus 360. Schwarber's got the best odds. But I think Bryce goes yard tonight. He's due. He's due for a big hit.
You're going Bryce.
I'm going Bryce.
That sounds like a fair request.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, third best odds tonight. Can you guess who has the third best odds to go yard tonight?
Don't tell me Bohm.
No, Bohm does not.
Castilla.
No.
Castellanos. Castillo.
No, it's not Cassie. That's why I may play this because he's got the third best
What's wrong
odds.
with my brain right now? Castillo. Oh, it's not. It's not either of those guys.
It is not
JT.
It is not JT.
Oh my God, Kepler.
Max Kepler.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking maybe. I'm not predicting a Kepler home run. I'm going Bryce. But the fact that Kepler's got such good odds to go yard tonight makes me think that that's a play you should make.
All right, here's how you get in on General Knowledge Wednesday because the audience has a comfortable lead. This is like being up 10 and shooting a 3 to make it 13 if you get a question right. And then all you have to do is get in on our new phone system, 610-632-0975. And I got to tell you, it's spectacular so far. Very smooth. Greg from Bethlehem is up next. We're back after this.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Honored to stay. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McLean is reporting that the Eagles agreed to a rework deal to keep tight end Dallas Goedert in town. The veteran tight end has been the subject of plenty of speculation this offseason. Potential trade, potential being released at some point. Instead, it looks like they've reworked his deal, and Dallas Goedert will be the tight end for the Birds going into the 2025 season. Not the only team in the NFC East making moves today. The Cowboys traded a third and a fifth round pick to the Steelers in exchange for wide receiver George Pickens and a sixth round pick. So the Cowboys fortifying their offense earlier this morning. Phillies won 8-4 last night, powered by home runs for Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, and Alec Boehm. Zach Wheeler went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned, striking out 9 in the win. Phillies will look to win the series tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the mound against Shane Baz for the Rays. First pitch is at 7:05 at George Steinbrenner Field tonight. In the NBA last night, the Pacers pulled off the improbable comeback. Tyrese Halliburton knocked down a game winner to give the Pacers a 2-0 series lead over the Cavs, and the Warriors with the win over the Timberwolves in the first game of that series. Big night for Buddy Hield, for Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green with 4 threes in the opening 13 minutes of that game. This update's brought to you by the PGA Tour's Truist Championship. The Truist Championship is coming to the Philadelphia Cricket Club's Wissahickon course May 7th through the 11th. Tickets are on sale at truistchampionship.com. That's truistchampionship.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for Truist Championship coverage, 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
97.5 The Fanatic, General Knowledge Wednesday. The audience a commanding 7-4 lead over Ray today. And as we celebrate the opening of our new phone system, and the people that checked in today, thank you very much for testing the system. All the tests are 100% go. So from this point on, Bill, I believe this show will have phones.
That's how it looks. I mean, this has been a lot better than I thought our first day with the phones would be. I thought maybe there would be some growing pains, but there hasn't been.
And we were the show that christened the new phone system. I have, we have several other stations here in the Beasley chain, Philadelphia market, and we christened the phone system today.
Wow!
With the great work of Damian from France, from Paris.
He even jumped on the air. What a day for Damian.
97.5 Le Fanatique est la meilleure radio sportive du coin.
Oh,
such a lovely
mon
language.
ami.
What's your favorite language outside of English?
Spanish.
Yeah?
Maybe
Italian's good.
Yeah, Italian's. It's melodic. Every other language is more melodic than English, let's face it. Don't you think?
German's not.
Except for German. Yeah, that's not very melodic.
No.
All
But
right.
the romance languages are.
Let's go to Greg in Bethlehem. Greg, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What do you say today, Greg?
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Oh, hold on.
I go to the bar.
Uh-huh.
I rent my coat. I call a bartender. I said, look, man.
Look down here.
You got down there. So what you want?
One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. Welcome, Greg. How are you?
Very nice, very nice. I wondered how much do you have to pay these guys, Bill, to throw flowers at your feet on the phone?
See? It's a little overdone to Bill, isn't it, today?
Well, when you ask how much I have to pay him, what I did is I gave him plus 1362 odds last night with an Alec Boehm homer on Dinger Tuesday on FanDuel, and they made money, Greg. So if I'm making people
Very
money,
good.
they're going to be happy.
Absolutely.
You know, it's funny,
Absolutely.
Greg, all the winners I've given to people every year, the ingrates, you think they would fawn over me like they fawned over Bill, who got one lucky strike with Alec Boehm?
People have short memories.
I tell you, it's unbelievable. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is the burden that I carry.
And you carry it well. Ranger, has he slimmed down a little bit? He looked a little lighter in his last outing.
Yeah, he looks the same to me.
I think it's the silver tips
Yeah?
that he added.
Oh,
I don't know.
well,
he
I don't know.
looks the same. He's always in decent shape. You know, he's a good athlete.
Well, he always looked a little portly, and I thought he looked a
Really?
little slimmer. But
I never thought Ranger looked portly. Did you, Bill? Think he looked portly?
Maybe a little.
Well,
I wouldn't have called him portly, but
Pitcher portly is different than regular portly.
it's a good word, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little thick in the middle, I thought. But anyway,
All right.
how many quality starts do you think Ranger needs before his trade value is where it should be?
I think he's got trade value right now. Now, would it help if he has a couple successful starts? Yeah, but if he has a couple successful starts, the Phillies are going to go, well, we don't want to trade him. You know, I think now actually is a really good time to do it.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go for a quality reliever or two, it seems like you'd be better off having a little more equity in your trade.
I get it, but the more equity you get from him being successful, the least likely you want to get rid of him. You know?
Well, that's true. Well,
because then he's an asset to your staff.
Are you going to move him to the pen?
No, I'm not going to move him. Apparently, they're not thinking of moving him to the pen. They want to keep him as a starter.
So they're still going to have a deficit in the pen.
Well, yeah, they are. But like I say, it's a really tough decision when a guy's really pitching well as a starting pitcher, which most people think is the most important thing, right? I think these days you get 6 out of your guy, that's fine, and then the bullpen takes over and shuts it down the rest of the game. I don't know what they would be thinking. I think if he has 3 really sterling starts in a row, it would be tough to trade him.
Yeah, except that his back is always lingering in the background.
True. They have to put that in as a factor as well.
Yeah.
All right, Greg.
Well,
it's the moment of truth for you, Greg.
All right.
This is actually Phillies trivia.
All right.
All right. Let's see. Greg, who is the Phillies leader in saves?
Brad Lidge.
That would be incorrect. Sorry, my friend. Greg goes down, and he goes down hard. Who is it, Bill?
Phillies leader in saves. Is it Tug?
I'm going to give Ray the question. Ray? You have a
Jonathan Papelbon.
Correct.
That's right. I
It
knew
is
that.
Jonathan Papelbon.
Which is ridiculous that it is him, but
7
I knew
to
that.
5 as Ray creeps up.
Also, some big news coming out of Lehigh Valley. The Iron Pigs just put out their lineup for tonight.
Oh, the Iron Pigs.
Guess who's in left field today?
Oh, no, don't tell me it's that guy playing third base.
Otto Kemp's in left today.
Otto Kemp.
Uh-oh.
They moved him to left field. Uh-oh. Dub's looking over his shoulder. Look out. Here comes Otto.
Look, Dubs can play third or first if necessary.
If the Dubs is not long for this squad if they bring Otto Kemp up, my friend. I got news for you.
I'm telling you, Otto Kemp in left, Max Kepler in center.
And your
we
boy
may be onto
goes
something.
down?
He's a bench piece.
He's not going to stick if they bring up Otto Kemp.
Well, it depends, because if you moved on from...
Who are you moving on from?
Yeah, because you would need to keep the left-handed... You'd have to have Marsh, right? Because you need a left-handed bat.
Exactly.
You would probably still
play
keep
him in center field.
And you'd still keep Rojas for defensive purposes?
Exactly. Your boy's going down.
So are those your two...
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
Wait, would those be your two bench pieces, Marsh and Rojas?
Bill, you're so right all the time. And there goes your boy slapping right through your fingers.
We're not going to see
Otto
Kemp.
Kemp. That's the worst result. Otto Kemp playing left field is the worst result for you.
It's possible.
Oh, won't see him no more.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. But this is look, Otto Kemp has been setting the world on fire. Now, I wonder, do you think Otto Kemp is in the Phillies' future, or is he in a trade package future?
Oh, come on.
What's more likely?
Trade package. I mean, nobody knows who Otto Kemp is yet. He isn't.
They're starting to know.
Does it have trade value?
They're starting to know.
Minor league player.
Have you looked at his numbers?
I get it.
Best
That doesn't
kept
mean
since
he has.
Pat.
That doesn't mean he has trade value.
He keeps it up.
He's a AAA guy at 25, 26 years old. All right, let's go back to the phones. We got Nick in Briar Cliff checking in. Nick, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, bud?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello, Nick.
Calling in about the Phillies and for my weekly general knowledge question.
Okay.
But I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think the three of you guys do a really excellent job. It's a very entertaining show. Obviously, it's sports talk, but I think you guys do a great job mixing in various other topics.
Thank you very much. That's what we try to do. We try to make it a diverse show.
It makes the workday fly by. I'm telling you guys, you do a great job.
Thank you.
But also, a couple of weeks ago, I called and I compared your phone system with the Phillies. And now here we are. Everything's running on all cylinders, don't you think?
Everything's running on all cylinders, the phone system and the Phillies?
In the past 2 weeks, look at the kind of baseball the Phillies played.
Yeah,
I
they've
think
won all those
very
series.
good.
I know those series are important. Winning all those series. Our phone system.
Good
Here's the
good
thing.
teams, the Cubs, the Diamondbacks.
The Phillies had no French influence. We've had the French influence, and our phone system is going to be solid and has no chance of slumping.
However,
what?
They do have the European influence from the German Max Kepler, so there's more parallels.
Max Kepler.
Here. There are more parallels.
Yeah, but the chances that we're going to keep the same level with this phone system because it is a completely new system. It's like having new construction of a house, right? You got to wait a really long time for something to go wrong with it.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now a couple of weeks ago when I compared that, Mike, I'm a big fan of yours due to your handicapping skills, and I think you're a good baseball guy. However, I do think you try to marginalize Bill and his very accurate view that over a baseball season, some things do develop and improve within itself. You know, everyone looks at 08 with the bridge to Lidge, with Madsen and Lidge. Like, that rarely ever happens. It's usually the opposite. It's when a guy's, like, on fire, closer, and he ends up, like, choking. Like Estevez last year. He was one of the best closers in the league, and in the playoffs, you know,
yeah.
He just, I don't want to say
I
it on the air,
marginalize
but he
Bill
pooped the bed.
because, see, sometimes I think Bill doesn't know a baseball from a snowball.
And you would be
so
wrong.
that's why I'm marginalized because
you would be
Bill
wrong.
Bill doesn't exactly have that baseball experience.
Yeah.
He's more of a football man, Nick.
Yeah. Playing for Penn State Ambler. Penn State Ambler. Gave you the experience.
Sustainability.
Come on, man. That's not
If
right.
you took last year this time, everyone had the Phillies is the best Phillies team of all time, right? Everyone said. But what was the chance of sustaining that? It takes like a freak year to do that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, things will evolve. I'm sure they will add another arm, but I think there might be in-house. Walker go to the bullpen, might pitch well. Suarez could go to the bullpen and pitch well. So, it's not.
I like the optimism. I like the optimism. And I hope I hope that solves the problem, Nick. All right, Nicky, it's time for general knowledge, buddy.
All right.
All right, here we go, Nick. Musical acts by the letter G. If I gave you these two songs, Stupid Girl and Only Happy When It Rains. I'm only happy when it rains.
Garbage.
That is correct. Garbage is correct. Look at that.
Ray can't make any traction.
Oh, my
with
God. Nick, nice job. I didn't think he was going to get garbage. That happens to be one of my go-tos. I'm a big garbage fan.
Yeah, you are. You love Courtney Love.
Stupid girl. Courtney Love's not garbage.
She's not? Wait, who's Courtney Love?
Courtney Love's whole.
Oh, that's right. My mistake. Look, Ray's in the dark in there.
He is.
He hasn't moved.
They fixed the phone system. Apparently, we didn't pay for the lights in this studio.
Just wave your arms, Ray. He needs the motion sensor that the Kia Sportage has.
Garbage is Shirley Manson, by the way, Bill.
Oh. I know this is completely unrelated, but did you see, unfortunately, the woman who sang I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It passed
Jill
away?
Sobel.
Yeah, died in a fire.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's sad. It's a sad situation. 610-632-0975 is how you climb into the show. If you want to climb in to the last part of this show, because we're coming down the home stretch. And this is your chance to be on a historic day. The day when the phones came alive, right here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Connor Thomas.
Here's the thing with Aaron Nola.
thing. And yeah, it's always nice if you take mom out for a nice brunch. I think she would like that. Or if you want to have the family over and you cook a brunch. That's to me the best Mother's Day present you can give a mom.
A little brunch action.
Yeah.
Now I think I think Mother's Day is the busiest day of like the year for restaurants. I think.
Is it?
More so than Father's
Mother's Day is Sunday?
Yeah, it's this Sunday. Because like Father's Day, the moms could still help cook, but on Mother's Day, a lot of the guys aren't as good as cooking as you are, Mike.
Well, listen, brunch is not that difficult to cook. I mean, you could do a little frittata, you could do a French toast.
See, my wife gets frustrated with me in the kitchen. Like if I told my wife I'm going to make you breakfast, she would say okay, but then as she watched me struggle through the kitchen, she probably would kick me out.
The key is not to struggle. You know,
we need to go back to your cooking class.
You need. It's really not that difficult. Men think it's too difficult. It's not.
I don't
Especially
like
for brunch, man. You follow a recipe to the T.
I don't like the cleanup. That's why I don't. That's why I like to barbecue.
I don't like the cleanup.
Like I like grilling because it's so much easier to clean up.
Yeah,
I don't like making the mess in the kitchen and everything.
The winery this weekend, the winery that I'm involved with, obviously, which we are now known as Briganti by the Bay officially, and we got a big event coming up this weekend that I'll tell you about tomorrow. So if you're down the shore,
there?
a lot of people go down the shore.
I'll be down the shore.
Yeah, I won't be down the shore because I'm going to the golf tournament on Saturday.
Oh, you're going to Truist? You're going to go back?
Yeah, I'll be there Saturday as well. But we have a big event coming up, and I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll be in Ocean City this weekend.
Yeah, so if you're down the shore, visit the Vineyard, which is in Cape May Courthouse. All right, let's get back to the phones, and we talk to. Let's see, we got David in Philly. Wants to talk about the NBA. David, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. What's up, Dave?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, David.
I wanted to talk about like the Celtics real quick. We saw, they just recently lost to the Knicks. They kind of blew that lead in game one because they wouldn't stop shooting threes.
Yeah.
I find it funny because I notice a lot of things that, the media members, not specifically talking about you guys, but I watch a lot of like First Take and NBA Today, and so just the media in general, and I know I'm not the only one with this opinion. The Celtics, I know they're really, really good right now, right? But I'm asking this question because I heard people start questioning, if they can get it done with their style of play and all of that after that loss. Last year, I think we can all acknowledge that it's constantly referred back to that these guys are reigning NBA champs, which they are. But can you guys tell me, just for example, who they actually had to play to get a championship? I'm talking about a worthy opponent that actually posed a challenge to them, because as far as I know, every team they played was either injured or got injured. And
there is some truth to what you're saying, David, but I know you're trying to deplete the Celtics because you probably dislike the Celtics. There'll be a lot better teams they have to beat this year. So we'll see what happens. Do you think that they're actually going to lose to the Knicks?
No. And
Okay.
I'll tell you what. This year, I think that they've had enough time to mesh and gain chemistry and become a really cohesive team to where now it's like, okay, these guys are certainly championship worthy. But last year, I don't think they had that chemistry because they just put the team together but
they did win, David. So I'm not understanding your point.
They did, but I mentioned who did they actually beat?
Well, but does that matter? Who they beat? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like they beat everybody in front of them. I really don't know what your point is here.
My point is that we always say, well, I won't say we, but I mean the media always says, well, this and that, but they're the reigning.
Well,
NBA.
so what are they supposed to say? The Boston Celtics, reigning NBA champions, but they didn't beat anybody last year to get to it. Like, what do you want them to say?
My point is that I never hear that part brung up.
Well, why would anybody bring up that point? It's not a point that you would know.
It's true.
But it's not something. First of all, it's speculative. Second of all, why would you bring it up? A media person can make a value judgment that they didn't play anybody. They did play people. They won. How many series did they win to be an NBA champion? I mean, I don't understand what his point was.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it from a
Celtic hater, I get it.
I was going to say, because looking at it from a Philadelphia perspective, what annoys us more than anything? Like, you go back to the 2017 season where the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I hate when people, you didn't beat anybody to get there. You only went through the Falcons and the Giants.
It doesn't matter that your judgment on who they beat. Did they beat weaker teams? I don't know. They beat them. They were better than any team that they came up against last year. So I'm not about to say, well, who did they play? They played well enough to win a championship. That's what they did.
Yeah, and they're a good team, man.
I'm going down to CBP, actually, after the show. I'm taking down the 08 flag because they beat the Rays instead of the Red Sox.
Well, there you go. The Phillies did get a weaker opponent that year. They got the Rays.
Yeah.
We all knew it, right? Did it matter? No, it didn't really matter to us.
Yeah, you
still have to win.
And yeah, I never like that argument because I hate it when it's used against Philadelphia, and I don't like making that argument against other teams.
Ray, I'm going to give you a chance to catch up. You're going to get all the questions from now on.
Oh, all right.
It's because it's 8-5. Ray, what is a polygraph test more commonly known as?
Lie detector.
There you go. That's Ray. Ray gets one. All right. Let's move on.
That was almost as easy as blessed water. What is it called?
Let's move on. Philly trivia.
Hey, listen, you're not a part of the game anymore.
No,
all right,
you're
we
not.
got the phone system back.
Ray, who has the most shutouts in Phillies history?
Let's go.
So wait, and I'm going to tell you how many. 61 shutouts.
All right. I don't.
I would suggest you don't go with anybody modern.
Well, we had this. All right, I'll go Grover Cleveland Alexander.
That is correct. Ray is knocking them down. It's now 8-7. Let's see if we get one more call in here. Mike and Trenton, you're on 97.5 The Fanatic. Mike.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you,
doing?
Mikey?
I enjoy the show. It's
How you doing?
My first time calling in.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate your call.
Hey, I got to say thanks to my man Bill. I'm the guy who tweeted you yesterday. I bet on Bohm after you predicted he was going to hit a home run.
Nice, man. What are you going to do with the extra cash? Getting something nice?
Actually, to sweeten the pot, I had already had a bet in on Schwarber to hit a bomb, too, so I got both of them.
Oh, look at you. Great night for you.
Yeah. So I got to take the wife out this weekend for a nice weekend, so I just wanted to call and say thanks. But I'm hoping, I'm hoping now that he hit one that, he really gets more, like, I know it's a minor league park and stuff, and it was an opposite field, but I'm just hoping this kind of ignites him and it becomes more like a consistent player,
Yeah,
at the plate.
I hear you. I don't think he's going to change into a different hitter. I think he is programmed to be a mini hitter and not a maxi hitter.
So I think he has potential. I mean, I'd like to see him just gain his potential a little bit and kind of use this as motivation. I know it's just one home run, but
I don't know if it's potential as much as you would have to change. He would have to change his style. He would have to become more of a power stance guy, and he's not that. He's a drive the ball up the middle stance. He waits to the last second to hit, which is normally a good way to be a good hitter. But since he's 6'5" and plays a power position, I would like to see him get 25 to 30 home runs.
Yeah, same here.
All right, man. You want a general knowledge question?
Yeah, sure.
This is musical acts that start with a G. So if I gave you the songs American Idiot and Boulevard of Broken Dreams, where are you going?
Green Day.
Correcto, Mundo. And Ray, I think that just solidifies it. Hold on a second, Mike. Ray cannot catch up now.
Yeah, that would seal the deal.
That was it. That sealed the deal.
Can we get the answer, though, to the original question that you never recycled?
which was what?
Most complete games.
Most complete games. I didn't recycle that one?
You did not.
Most complete games by a pitcher in Phillies history.
Now, I said Groveland.
272 complete games, Bill.
So I said Grover, Cleveland, Alexander.
And that
there.
would be
wrong.
Incorrect.
The caller said lefty, and that
would be incorrect.
Wrong.
There's only one guy left.
So now I think it may be obvious.
Ray, is it obvious to you?
Robin Roberts?
That's correct.
Yeah, that had to be it.
It was Robin Roberts. But
That was a good
Ray,
question, though.
believe it or not, loses. He lost today 9-8. 9 correct
9-7,
answers.
Was it 9-8 or 9-7?
I just gave him the Robin Roberts.
Let me ask you. Did we get any wrong answers from callers? Maybe one?
I think one.
Callers were on fire
They
today.
really were on fire today. And because of that, somebody, two people, we'll find out who that is.
We got it.
We do have it?
We got Chris Dominic from Flowertown.
Where is that? Come on, I don't have that.
It's on the right side of your screen. See, we're getting used to this.
Oh.
See it right
Chris Dominic from Flowertown and B. Iannucci from Westchester are our winners today of a $50 gift card to Rita's. Spring is here. Take the family out to your local Rita's today and try their new Cola Ice Treats. Get to Rita's quick. Cola Treats are here for a limited time only.
And you know what?
What's that?
On your way to our deal of the week, you could buy your Rita's. I don't know if we've given people the deal of the week today.
The deal of the week, and that's my bad. A $50 pass to Treehouse World in Westchester for just $25. We introduced that this week. Zip line, climb, and explore for half price. You can get this exclusive offer while supplies last on our website, 975thefanatic.com/deal. So, Bill, tell the people where we are tomorrow.
So tomorrow we will be at the Philly Cricket Club for the first day of the Truist Championship that Rory McIlroy won last year.
Did you see
the guy who just
by
won
the
the
way,
Masters?
Did you see the history of this course?
Philly
Did
Cricket?
you read about the history?
No, I'm looking forward to hearing more about
They
it.
debuted, I think it was 1908, a new golf ball that was pumped with air.
That's how they debuted.
And it exploded on them. And that was the last you've heard of that ball.
Interesting. It's a fun fact.
That is a fun fact. And we'll have all those fun facts when we talk to the tournament people tomorrow at the golf tournament.
Yeah, and there's a lot of big-time golfers in this tournament. Not only Rory, we got Justin Thomas, we got Hideki Matsuyama, who's going to be there tomorrow. A lot of other ones, too. Well, we'll talk all about it.
And I wonder if the neighbors know that there's golfers that are renting houses in their neighborhood around the area.
I'm sure they do. A lot of people.
I think
renting out their-
Rory. Where's Rory? Where do you think Rory is? Where in the world is Rory McIlroy?
I heard he was staying at Casa de Missanelli.
Is he staying at my joint?
You should. Aren't we all staying
Rory's
there tonight?
welcome. Rory's welcome to stay. No, you're not. You're not welcome. Ray is.
Do they have odds out
You're
for
not
this?
welcome because you got the baby.
All right, here we go. Truist. I'm going to give you the odds real quick. What time? What's our out time?
We got 25 seconds.
All right, Rory is the favorite at plus 400.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Morikawa plus 1,400. Xander Schauffele plus 1,600. Tied with Justin Thomas at plus 1,600. And Ludwig Aberg at plus 1,600. And then Patrick Cantley plus 2,000.
That's Oberg.
What'd I say?
Aberg.
Oh, I pronounced it right.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. Thanks, everybody, for chiming in today and taking advantage of our new phone system. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.